everything, Master.
Yeah, it's one way to let everyone know you're here, Kala.
Hey.
Literally the first sentence out of your mouth is calling me master. Alright then.
Greetings to all organics, robots, and cyborgs in between.
Yeah, we're just on the
Hello,
starting soon screen now, which a number of people have asked recently how much it costs, and I can definitely tell you, over 1K. This was not cheap in the slightest.
It's over 900!
Wait, yes! Technically cost more than that because I had to get a VTuber artist spreadsheet for this.
Yeah. I was just doing a parody of the meme.
Yeah.
Oh god, those filthy ads.
On Twitch, yeah, that happens.
Which, I mean, I want to, subscribe to your channel, but every time I do, for some reason it fucks with my, code or whatever. I don't know why.
I mean, you can always just watch on YouTube, so there's that.
Yeah.
I know technically
Well,
Twitch
but-
doesn't want me leading people to YouTube, but hey, it's the truth.
Just, I wish to support you in every single way.
Besides, if you really wanted to do that, just up your Ko-fi amount. Uh-oh.
I'll do that for my next tax returns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
All the chat's disconnected for a short bit. Let's see if that fixes
No
it.
need.
That is an oh dear.
That has been disconnected.
Disconnected.
Your banana.
Yes.
It reminds me, apparently
Okay,
there's
now
like...
we're good.
Oh.
That was weird. Restream's been kind of weird with that lately. Do not like that. Do not like that at all.
Test.
Let me make sure everything on YouTube is working.
Will help you with the test.
Yeah, everything seems to be working.
Hey.
Surprised I haven't seen Lane comment yet.
Probably
Wonder
so
how-
busy watching Yu-Gi-Oh! With Josh.
Oh, yeah, hold on, let me... Yeah, Lane's in the chatting chat with Josh and the others.
I see.
And I cannot wait to eat turkey tomorrow.
Alright, I think we can go fully live now. Once I switch to Hello, hello everyone! How are we all doing today?
I'm fantastic, Master.
Alright, so we are going to be checking out the Game Awards nominations today. Let's see if it's as good or bad as I heard about. Alright, view
Wait,
all
which one did you
categories. Players' voice. Isn't that when you can directly vote yourself?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it
Still
is.
got a few days until that's a thing, so...
Okay, best esports team. I don't know
you
who
and I-
any of these are.
Same.
And I sure don't know a single one.
3 of them are League of Legends, so that doesn't surprise me.
Mm,
Okay, best esports athlete.
And
Faker? That just makes
I
me think
don't-
of Fate Stay Night.
I know
Eh.
none of them. They're already out to a good start.
I'm wondering why this guy looks so sweaty, though.
Gaming is
Then
serious
again,
business.
when you're in the middle of a deep gaming session, I guess you can end up as sweaty as a regular athlete. It's stressing
Yeah.
your mind more than your body.
I
Yeah.
would say a thing, but I don't know if it'll be appropriate for Twitch.
Best not to
There-
chance it then. Best esports game.
Yeah. There are previous and next buttons, like on the second bar from the top of the screen.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Hmm.
Counter
Save you a little
Strike 2, Dota, League of Legends. I guess if I had to vote for one of them,
Say League of Legends.
I was actually thinking if there's any game here I'd be willing to try out of all of these, it'd probably be Valorant just for its colorful art style.
Yeah, I actually did play Valorant for a bit. It's interesting.
Alright, let's see the next category. Oh, okay.
No, you
Okay, so we gotta go with
close
previous.
the window. Yeah.
Content Creator of the Year. I don't know you. I don't know you. I like the
know
name
none
at
of
least. I like the name he chose.
Mm.
Wait, hold on, we do know one.
Well, yeah, the most important one at the end. Typical Gamer.
Yes.
At least that's a nice name. Pekora. Everyone should be voting for Pekora. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yes. Vote or will break your knees.
And
Okay, so previous most anticipated game. Death Stranding 2. Okay. I've heard nothing about Death Stranding 1 other than that it's basically walking simulator the game.
Okay.
That's
Now,
at least what
I
I've
think-
heard.
Now, I have only heard some bad things of Ghost of Yotai or Yoti, and we're just gonna keep it at that.
Hi, BB.
Hi, BB. Hug.
I heard Ghost of was it
Ghost
Yoshima
of
or
Yotei.
no? What was the
Uh,
previous one called? Ghost of
Ghost of
Ghost of
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Now I've heard that one's genuinely great.
Mm-hmm.
The only flack against Ghost of Yotai I've heard is female protagonist, which I don't give the slightest shit about as long as they're an interesting character. The only thing that worries me is Ghost of Tsushima was made by Sony before they kind of went, woke and against, a lot of stuff we like as gamers. I'm hoping
Now-
Ghost of Yotai does not follow that.
Yeah, let's hope that Sucker Punch doesn't get influenced by Sony being kind of bad at their job.
Grand Theft Auto, I have no interest in, but I will
Same.
I haven't
say
heard
I would
anything
play
about
an anime Grand Theft Auto. Yes, I'm that simple. Give me a colorful game and I'll most likely like it. Now, I know this game is colorful, but it also takes place in a realistic setting, so kind of boring to me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything about it, so
Well, I know that Grand Theft Auto is going to sell like gangbusters.
yeah, by all
That's the term, right? Gangbusters? Huh.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a term because you made it, Don.
Monster Hunter Wilds. I have no interest in
Don, you
Monster
skipped
Hunter. Mainly because, from what I've heard, boss fights can take an eternity to do.
Don, you skipped
Eh.
Metroid.
I'm a bigger fan of boss fights where I have really fast mobility, but I die in like 2 to 3 hits if I'm not being careful.
You
Metroid
prefer the
Prime
high
4.
speed.
Metroid Prime 4 easily my most anticipated game right now.
Also, I'm pretty sure if you didn't choose it, Lane would kill you.
Yeah, they would just be like, "What? Who are you, and what have you done with Dawn?"
Exactly.
Is there
Then they
even
would kill
What, because you're a Metroid fan, or because Lane's a Metroid fan?
both?
Yes.
Now that really brings into question. Now that I think about it, are there any other upcoming games? Cause I can't think of too many games I'm actually excited for. I'm gonna be real with you.
Tales of Grace's F.
That's a remaster. That doesn't count. But yes.
So Xenoblade X also wouldn't count.
No, it would not.
What about Phantom Brave?
That's a remake, so yeah, I guess. I never played Phantom Brave myself. So not that interested in it.
But there was this the upcoming one is the sequel.
Lane's baby up there. Yes.
Anyway, Metroid Prime 4 easily.
Yeah.
Now,
Hey.
best adaptation. Arcane, I
Knuckles.
didn't even know that was there was a
Yeah.
there was a
season 2
Yakuza
just came out.
show?
Yes, I haven't heard anything about, but Don, I will eat you out if you choose Fallout.
Why would I choose Fallout when I don't even watch Fallout? I haven't seen Knuckles. I've heard good things about it, but if it's done by the same people that did the Sonic movies, I know it's good shit. So I'm definitely voting for Knuckles.
Yeah, I'd say that one's less adaptation and more just, well, further exploration of the movie variation of the character.
I haven't heard anything out of the Tomb Raider one, but yeah.
Same.
Yeah, have I. Also,
best multiplayer. I have heard literally no hype for Call of Duty. I'm gonna be real.
No. Helldivers.
Helldivers, it had a chance, and then Sony screwed it severely.
I don't know anything about now Super Mario Party.
That one I'm just gonna have to vote for automatically because this is the one I would vote for. I would have bought. This would have been the only game I bought. Okay. Now, best sports racing game.
I don't really care about sports.
As far as I understand, all of... Isn't it kind of well known that most sports games are microtransaction to hell and back?
I mean...
It's EA in general.
Yeah.
Like...
I just realized they're all EA and 2K. Nah, you ain't even getting a vote. You're all trash games.
Yeah,
I
do remember Topspin being a thing like back in the Xbox days, but even then it's like...
Best sim/strategy game. These are usually more money hungry thanks to EA. Yeah, pretty much. If it's got EA and 2K in the name and it's a sports game, run.
Yeah, doesn't help the most sports games are just boring pieces of yawn.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even know any of these games right here. Like, I haven't even heard of them.
I kind of heard of Unicorn Overlord, but I haven't heard anything about it. These are usually more...
I've heard it's... Okay, I haven't heard much about it, but I think it's a little interesting, probably. Has the demo on Switch, at least. And Kunitsugami also has a demo, but on Steam.
Yeah, but again, I've never even heard of any of these, so I can't even vote for Any of them?
Eh,
Best family
no,
game.
no. Something to get back to later.
Mini game.
I didn't. There was not that much fanfare with Princess Peach Showtime.
I like Princess Peaches was good, but it didn't really get that much love.
I have not. Honestly, I haven't heard that much hype for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Like, it just came out, and then I really didn't hear anyone talking about it.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
heard people talk about Princess Peach Showtime for a minute, but with Echoes, I have not heard a single thing. Like when it first came out, when it was first talked about, everyone was making memes or things like that. But as soon as the game came out, it just kind of went under the radar.
I played it all the way through, and I'd say that I like it a lot.
The Plucky
Echoes
Squire.
of-
I've never even heard of this one.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of that one.
Now, I haven't played any of these, but I'm going to be honest. Astrobot's probably the one I'm most tempted to vote for because I saw gameplay of it. I saw so many people singing its high praises. Just because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a
the one.
Nintendo fan doesn't mean I can't appreciate when Sony actually does something right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was the one that was like really cute, and everyone was loving it and memeing it and stuff.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of love for this game. As for
Okay.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, it's a better Mario Party, but I really want to give praises to Astrobot more than anything.
Yeah, yeah, by all means, because like at least with Astrobot, of all of these, Astrobot's the only one that's really been getting love.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry,
with
sorry, Super
Echo,
Mario Party Jamboree. But I
Like
gotta
with
give it to Astrobot for a little bit more innovation.
yeah, because like with
Mm.
Echoes, it was just a thing when it was announced, but then when it came out, nothing was talked about.
Best fighting game. Okay. I might get some. You know what? I'm gonna record this. I might get some flack for this. Why is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics? Why is that up for best fighting game? It's a collection of older fighting games. It should not count.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I agree. That should not be on the list.
No, it
Now,
really
Grand
should
Blue.
not.
Now, Grand
Mhm.
Blue Fantasy versus Rising, I played that and it's awesome.
Oh, my boyfriend can't stop playing Grand Blue. They're loving it.
Oh
I did
yeah,
not hear too
I-
many people talking about Tekken 8. I'm gonna be real.
yeah. I probably
Unfortunately.
heard like maybe a little whisper here and there, but I'm pretty sure the vote's gonna go with Dragon Ball since everyone is still talking about that game.
Multiverses. I actually heard about this game more than Tekken 8, funny enough.
God
I
damn.
didn't even know the Powerpuff Girls were included, damn.
But God, I mean, wow. But
But yeah,
I don't know,
I'm
like,
definitely going for Sparking Zero because I've been waiting for that game for over 20 years.
yeah,
And
it
the
really deserves
The
it.
graphics are amazing. The online is actually pretty good. We're not going to talk about the online community that just spams either UI Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or Super Saiyan Vegito. And the
Okay,
problem that
yeah.
After Image Strike is. No, seriously, After Image Strike needs some kind of nerf. It's literally just if someone tries to hit you within a 15-second period, you're basically auto dodging, and that is just broken. It's even worse than dealing with super armor. But again, I love the game for its story and its what ifs. It's actually made me feel pretty emotional. And while I do think some attacks on the characters lack a little bit of impact, could use some better camera angles and such, I'm just happy this game exists, so this definitely gets my vote.
And
Without
also,
question.
I do love Yajirobe's voice.
As an Astrobot fan, I am glad that Astrobot is nominated. Yeah, I heard it's a really, really good game. And I want to give it that over Mario Party Jamboree. Best RPG. Now this is tough for me because I have not played any of these yet. I would have played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth if it were actually on Steam. But it's not. Still waiting for that.
Well, Don, I can tell you, from personal experience, that Elden Ring Shadow is the way to go.
Isn't that the DLC?
DLC, that's not the point, Don.
One sec. Oh yeah!
Shadow of the Erdtree.
Elden Ring Shadow of the... That's a DLC expansion, isn't it?
Yes.
Why is it included in Best RPGs?
Precisely.
It's a DLC expansion, not a full game.
Don, stop asking questions. Also, in technicality, there's a lot to go with it, the way it's kind of like its own game.
I'm gonna be real with you, Kala. I don't care. It's still an expansion. Like, you need the original game to play it. It should not be here. It should be in its own category of, like, best DLC or something. This just feels like... It just feels like an exception for the Game Awards to suck From Software's dick again. Because we all know the Game Awards loves to suck From Software's dick. Anyway, I'm definitely not voting for Elden Ring just for that. Make a category for best DLC of the year, not this exception. That's dumb. Now, this is tough because I have not played either Rebirth or Metaphor, but I have heard Metaphor is pretty damn good.
Same.
So, but on one hand, I'm more excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I don't know the quality of it myself. However, Metaphor I've heard nothing but praise for. So, I think I want to give it to this. If anything, just for the simple fact that nobody was expecting anything out of Metaphor. At least for it to be nominated for, like, best RPG. So, I will give it that. Alright. Best action adventure. Why the frick is Silent Hill 2 categorized as action adventure? What? Wait. Hold on. I gotta record this. Why is Star Wars Outlaws here? Doesn't that have a pitiful player count? Isn't that utterly, not liked by basically the entire gaming community? For whatever reason. Honestly, I don't know. I don't pay attention to it.
I think it's the animation, the graphics, the story, and there's no love or passion put into this.
Okay, but can someone explain to me, why is Silent Hill 2 in Best Action Adventure? Isn't it a horror game? I thought Silent Hill was horror game.
It's quite simple, Don. Shut up and stop asking questions.
Give me a legitimate answer instead of quoting, I forget which you're even quoting, but yeah.
Yeah,
in that case, I don't know.
Like, is there about as much action in this as like a modern Resident Evil or something?
In terms of like modern Resident Evil, I doubt it. I haven't seen much in terms of gameplay.
Honestly, now that I think about it, Silent Hill 2 was kind of just another game that came out, and I didn't really hear people talking about all that much. Maybe it's just me. Did you guys hear people talking about this?
I only saw maybe one thing about Silent Hill 2, and it just kind of went under the radar. So, in my opinion, I think maybe Echoes should take the win here because I haven't heard. Well, I mean, we could say Astrobot. But do you really
I'm
wanna
probably
go
going for
Echo 2?
Astrobot, but still, I'm just curious about Silent Hill 2 because I remember when this game was announced, everyone lost their shit.
Mm.
And then when it came out, I didn't hear that much. I voted for I voted for Astrobot over Mario Party Jamboree. I'm sorry, but I respect the ambition. It did more. What did I miss? I guess I can go back after this. But
No, we voted for Metroid.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I actually heard this was a pretty good game a few times. Again, it's not a game I heard too many people talking about. But
I kind of just heard on and off things.
I mean, a point for the Prince of Persia game. I didn't hear anything controversial like how I did with Silent Hill 2, like how they changed like some designs to be less appealing and such. That's always going to be a mark against me, is whenever you remake a game and you make it less either fan servicey or for a modern audience. I'm always going to be against that shit. So yeah, my vote for this goes for Astrobot.
Hey, again, it is well deserved too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though,
All right.
I do give
I
my
want
vote
Lane to
to
see what I
Echoes
voted
of
for
Wisdom
before, so we're
because-
just going to do a quick rapid fire here. Best RPG out of consideration for what I've heard, I voted Metaphor. Mainly on the premise that everyone expected Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to be amazing. Nobody, I don't think, expected Metaphor to be best RPG of the year. They expected it to be good. They didn't expect it to be that good. Best fighting game, Sparking Zero, and then I had an entire rant of why Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection should not be here. Best family game, like I said, I did Astrobot. Best sim, I don't know any of these to say. Best sports racing game, it's EA and 2K, so running the hell away. Best multiplayer, the only one I can rightfully say deserves it is Super Mario Party Jamboree. I might have done Helldivers too. I might have if it wasn't for how much Sony screwed it up this year. Best adaptation, I haven't seen any of these, but I have loved the Sonic movie. Oh, where'd Kala go?
Question.
Oh, I guess you got disconnected or something.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed the X on my tab. Whoopsie.
Oops. Representation by being ugly, as if most people don't want to see the ideal, even if the ideal is rare.
Exactamundo, BB. Exactamundo.
Most anticipated game, yeah, it's obviously gonna be Metroid Prime 4. There's literally no other game I'm more excited for. In fact, the funny thing is, I'm more excited for 3.0 in Star Rail than any upcoming new game coming out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Content Creator of the Year, Pekora. Obviously. There's no other choice. There is only Peko. In fact, if
Exactly.
Peko was not here, I would not have even voted on this category.
Okay,
What
there you
about
go.
if it was another HoloTuber?
I will say this. Pecco deserves to be here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to record this. I will say this. Pecco deserves to be here. But in my opinion, there's another VTuber that deserves to be here, I think, more. And that's Iron Mouse. At least I think that's her
Yes.
name.
Yeah, Iron Mouse.
Yeah,
yes,
Iron
yes.
Mouse. Yeah. I don't really watch her stuff, but I have seen the sheer grind she did this year to the point that for a short time she had the most subs on Twitch ever until her record was broken by another guy. So she 100% deserves to be here.
Yeah, she deserves the crown. Also, Lane, I hope to God and whoever else, when you do your Black Friday shopping, please tell me you're doing Amazon, not actually going to a store. They'll murder you.
Oh, I'm always doing my stuff online. Okay, chat. Yeah, Iron Mouse won last 2 years. Content creator reward, she deserves to be here. Oh, was she at the Game Awards?
Actually, right now, and
Actually, I think she was. Let me see real quick. Game Awards. Iron Mouse. Oh, no, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well deserved.
Okay, very much well deserved. But she deserves to be here again.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay. Best esports game. I voted Valorant just because it's the most visually appealing to me. Lane says, wait, Kala what? Not sure what they're referring to.
Oh. No. You said something about, Black Friday, Lane. I hope that you're not going to, like, Walmart or anything, because, well, Black Friday and going to a store is basically, oh wait, I can't say the word now, can I? It's a thing that starts with an S. I can't say in Twitch.
DM it to me? I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
I give you a hint. It rhymes with monoxide.
Again, DM it to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, let's just move on.
Okay. Best esports athlete, obviously. I don't know any of these people. Best esports team, don't know them. Player's choice is not here, so now we can get back. We're going in reverse order, by the way, Lane. So we can save Game of the Year for last.
I worship the ground that you walk on, but seriously.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't say that word on Twitch. It's not an offensive word or anything. It's just one
not
of those words that Twitch doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, best fighting game.
It's not something worth talking about.
Alright, best action game. Black Myth Wukong definitely deserves to be here.
Oh, I've read it.
I've heard it's good.
I read it.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Why is this even here? I haven't heard anything about this. Helldivers 2 might have had a chance if Sony didn't screw it up. Warhammer, I have literally no idea. Okay. Black Myth Wukong would normally get my vote. But I'm voting Stellar Blade. Hold on. I am voting Stellar Blade as best action game for a giant middle finger to the game industry for saying, no, screw you, we want fan service in our games.
Preach, queen.
Plus, Lane said that Stellar Blade is genuinely a great game. I'm looking forward to getting it on Steam.
So am I. So am I. Fan-freaking-tastic.
Okay. Best VR AR. This has a category.
So,
Does anyone here have any thoughts?
I've heard that Asgard's Wrath is good, and I imagine the sequel might have some proper expectations.
Honestly, I'd probably auto-vote Batman Arkham Shadow if it wasn't for what Rocksteady is like now. Actually, wait, no, that wasn't made by Rocksteady. It was made by something
Camouflage.
One thing I will say, Batman only because it's Batman. And honestly, I haven't heard anything negative about Batman.
I mean, I haven't heard any of these, so I don't have enough confidence to vote either way. Best mobile game. AFK Journey, I actually did play for a sponsorship, and it's a decent game. It's got very good quality of life to it. This game just came out of nowhere in terms of getting everyone's attention when it comes to Pokemon trading card game. Like, even Lane, even Lane is playing it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It seems like it's a game that would have been cool, in the early 2000s.
Now,
in the early 2000s, we didn't have smartphones.
Now,
We'll pretend for the sake of conversation.
These are the two big ones to vote.
And it's Zone Zero.
Now, I will say, Honkai Star Rail deserves to be here because 2.0 has been peak as hell. Zenless Zone Zero has really good combat. It's got good story. It's got good characters. It's got great character designs. We've got furries and lollies. See? There's a game where they can coexist!
Yes.
Anyway. My biggest problem with Zenless Zone Zero, however. The mini events are some of the most boring shit I've had to do in any of the gacha games I play. It's not even hard, it's just boring. Some of the combat events are fine, but that is one thing I think where Zenless Zone Zero really needs to get better at is what they do for their events. It's like they're short and mindless to the point where it's just like just give me my stuff. I don't care for this. Now, Wuthering Waves is a game I downloaded out of curiosity. And it has been getting quality update after quality update after quality update on top of the voice acting getting better, the gameplay getting better, the story getting far more interesting. It is... Playing Wuthering Waves at the start was like a game with so much potential held back by a number of things. But unlike when Genshin launched, this game values its player input very heavily. Best thing about WUWA? What is that to you, Lane? Now, the story.
Hard to say.
I'll tell you when the loading bar goes past 10%. Lane, if you're having that much problem, just talk on YouTube. Anyway, Wuthering Waves. It's a game that I had pretty high expectations for when I started playing. I'll tell you when... Oh! Okay, fair enough. Wuthering Waves, when it first launched, Oh boy, while it says mobile game of the year, that is a lie because unless you have the most advanced phone, this game is not going to run well on your phone. This game is very graphic heavy. Now, granted,
it's a great PC game.
Yeah, it's more a PC game than anything. Now, it's also coming to PS5 soon, actually. Believe it or not. I believe it's launching in January. Phone, I play it on tablet. Now, tablet's a little stronger than phones, so that makes sense. Now, granted, I don't have that many loading issues except when I boot up the game. Wuthering Waves takes forever to boot up, but after it's booted up for like 2 minutes, and then you give it like another minute to load everything in, it's usually pretty consistent with its stability. But anyway, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite gacha games. It might even overtake Honkai Impact 3rd. I am that serious. The story is really interesting. The characters. If there's one thing I want to give such massive praise to Wuthering Waves, it's the character companion quests where you actually spend about 90% of the time with the characters. I'm looking at you, Genshin Impact. No, I don't want to spend half my time with an NPC talking about the character. Now, it was understandable for Father, because she's very secretive. But another thing I love. Wuthering Waves, every character companion quest has a unique dungeon and even a unique OST for every character companion quest. Every single companion quest I've done always feels satisfying. And I just adore that. And the newest character that came out, Camellia. Oh my gosh, she's nuts, but she's one of the most unique gacha characters I've seen. And this is only 1.0. 2.0 is launching very soon. And I am very interested in what it's doing. Now, I'm gonna be real. Zenless Zone Zero? It's good. But honestly, I feel Genshin or even Honkai Star Rail, honestly, I feel like they deserve it more than Zenless. But, you know, I guess you can't have best mobile game filled up with 3 different Hoyo games. But yeah, Wuthering Waves, even though it's technically, it's more best PC game.
But just ignore that part.
Yeah. Wuthering Waves definitely gets my vote, and I absolutely adore this game. I'm going to be real. I really feel like this has the potential to be one of my favorite games.
What you're saying is this could be that was a whole decision.
What are you... Say what now?
Assume this was a whole pause decision.
A what? I'm confused. What'd you say, Colin?
Horde. H-A-R-D, Horde.
What's a hold decision?
No, goddamn. Horde. H-A-R-D. Now, I know I have a goddamn list, but Jesus.
It sounded like hold. Sorry.
Thank you, Lane. Thank you, Lane.
But yeah, this was not a hard decision for me. Lane, which one would you vote for between Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero? Because I'm very curious, because you recently started playing Wuthering Waves. So I'm sure you have a bit of bias towards Zenless, which you played for longer. Like, I'm genuinely curious.
I gotta lie, I would love to play Zenless Zone Zero, but my phone doesn't allow it. It isn't strong enough to support it.
Oh, I know that. I remember that from when I tried to do the sponsorship for ZZZ, and a number of people were like, legit, my phone does not support this.
And mind you, I wanted to do it because I was always wanting to play it, but yeah, I got wait to get a new phone.
My main issue with ZZZ Hangouts is they're repetitive. Would not know. I've only done a few of those. Actually, I think I've only done Soldier 11s. Really need to fix that.
In my case, I legitimately only just voted Balatro because
I'm still not the biggest fan of open world games as a whole, but that aside, I might actually vote Wuwa based. What were you saying, Shard?
Yeah, personally, I just voted Balatro because aside from Pokemon TCG Pocket, it's probably one of the more popular games that you could genuinely play on your phone and not risk it overheating.
Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, so we spent like 9 minutes on me gushing about Wuthering Waves.
Hey.
Best debut indie game. I didn't even know Animal Well. I'm gonna be real, I didn't know about any of these. You have good points that the companion quests are amazing. And while ZZZ, I have little to no desire to do most of the side quests or even the companion missions. Yeah. That's because I've noticed when it comes to ZZZ, all the missions you can do for like helping out people just essentially goes down to fetch quests.
Well, I too do not know any of these titles, so I guess
I'll vote for this one just because. Was there really? That can't be. Okay, this can't be all that came out this year. There's Indie Games 2024. There's got to have been some major games that came out this year.
I know a couple of games that came out this year.
Wait, Hades 2 is an indie game?
Yeah, like Supergiant Games.
For the best debut game created by a new... I guess that's why. It has to be a new studio. Oh, so that's why it says best debut. Okay. Then in that case, I guess I'll vote for this one.
That one.
Yeah, I'll vote for this one just because a number of my people in my community seem to like it. So there's that, I suppose. Best independent.
Okay.
All right, now this one doesn't have an excuse. Best independent game. This is just best indie game in general for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the tradition. There were a number of indie games that came out this year, right? Best indie games 2024. Like, there's gotta be something.
There's Sea of Stars. There's Hades 2, which we just gone over.
Yeah, Hades 2. I'm surprised Hades 2 is not here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little harsh here. Most of what I'm seeing are what I categorize as artistic experiences, where they're more creative in what they want to say and what they show, more so than fun gameplay. Now, UFO 50 might be an exception. Again, I don't know any of these, but... Wait a sec. Why is it Pal World here?
Oh,
why is Pal World not here?
Isn't that obvious, Don? Isn't it obvious why Pal World is not on this list? For very
what are you saying, the Nintendo ninjas threaten them?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not a threat thing. It's more like they didn't want Nintendo to be like, "Hey, we're not gonna help you or whatever." Like, I think they did it to make sure Nintendo or whoever wasn't uncomfortable.
Oh wait, this says the best 50. Okay. Okay. Best indie games
Inscription was a thing this year.
that came out in 2024. It's gotta be something here. Pal World is still considered. Wait, it is? Pal World is considered early. What? But don't you
yes,
pay
yes,
for
it
it?
is. It is. Yeah, no,
With
that is
82
true. It is
actually,
48%.
yeah.
Yeah, they still haven't
Yeah.
finished the the thing.
Wait a sec.
So it's the early access bit. That's why.
Yeah.
That was this year, wasn't
Freedom
it?
Planet.
I'm pretty sure.
2.
Nope, that was
Nope.
2 years ago. Never mind.
Yep. You, sir.
Okay, Yeah, I have,
Valchor.
I have-
Valchor.
what does Neva gameplay look like? Like, I'm not... it looks to be like a artistic action platformer. So, if I was more familiar with it, I might choose Neva, but I don't know anything about it, so not touching it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Best community support, huh?
Oh, gee. I wonder what that's going to be.
Choose Fortnite,
Why
choose
is
Fortnite
Helldivers
alone.
2 here? Game Awards, you got a lot of balls to put Helldivers 2 here after Sony royally screwed it beyond recognition.
If you want, a more audience, say Fortnite.
Honestly, I was going to say Final Fantasy 14, because Final Fantasy 14 is... Usually whenever I hear of the community, they are incredibly supportive and well-organized when it comes to their game. Baldur's Gate 3, I got no idea other than it, like... Baldur's Gate 3, to me, and this might sound a little controversial, it teeters the line between being a woke game and not that woke. Like, it teeters that line to me. Mainly because of the whole, like, bear thing.
And I promise you I won't say anything.
This is best community support, which means how well the devs respond and support their customers.
Inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. So,
Wait, hold on, how come No Man's Sky is his?
I
Still
don't
a thing?
know. No Man's Sky is the game everyone shit on. It was a terrible game, and then they somehow basically remade the game. Now the people that play it actually like it.
yeah, and the
Doesn't
funny
make
thing
sense.
is the devs actually kept quiet about it because they knew that saying stuff like, we're working to fix this, wouldn't be 100% possibly positive. So they kept the updates in the background
Now,
for the most part.
this is going to be a little controversial. Probably the most
Only-
controversial thing I say.
Only no.
Fortnite. I'm a little mad at Fortnite because they publicly allowed, to the point that it was on this person's YouTube channel, they allowed a map that was voting for a presidential candidate and basically all that stuff with it. That kind of stuff absolutely disgusts me. Doesn't matter who it's for.
Yeah, no, it does not deserve any respect.
Nah, I'm still gonna stream Fortnite, but that is one thing against the game I will hold. And if it was out of Fortnite's control, and if it was purely a community thing that was allowed, then alright, but seeing that like a few weeks before election just utterly revolted me. Keep politics out of our game. At least the ones that have heavily influence in like modern politics. You can be subtle with it, okay? Don't jackhammer us, vote for this person. Gosh darn.
Exactamundo.
Anyway, the game I would probably vote for having the best community support. Insert the Metal Gear Solid BioShock Family Guy meme. Well, honestly, I think the one game that makes me think of teetering the line between being political but not in the way that annoys people is Metal Gear Solid 2. Because that entire ending is basically speaking about the advantages and disadvantages of a truly free internet. And that conversation goes on for like 15 minutes. And it has nothing to do with like woke shit. This was back in like, I want to say like 2005, 2006. When did Metal Gear Solid 2 release? I don't know. It was an early PS2 release. I know that much. Stuff like that is actually interesting. That's interesting politics to talk about. Not just, oh, vote for this person. It's like...
Yeah. November of 2001.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear... Why'd I say 4? Actually, no. 4 is probably not as philosophical, but that's Metal Gear in the name, so it's probably still philosophical. Metal Gear Solid 2 is deep and meaningful with its political talk that everyone can understand and talk about. Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah, and things that are relevant to this day.
Yeah, they're still relevant. It's sad. Not gonna lie, it's kind of scary how much Kojima was spot on with that.
Yeah, do not underestimate the mad genius.
Thing is, you can have politics and whatever, but subtlety is key.
Now, not only is subtlety key, but if you're gonna talk about like politics, like handle it in a way where there's not clear favoritism to one side. Have like, and don't even have it relate to modern day stuff. Just make it interesting to listen to. Not just shove it in our faces. Anyway, I'm voting for Final Fantasy XIV. That's the one I feel deserves it the most.
Be like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Take your jabs at all of the politics.
I haven't actually played Revengeance. I need to.
Same.
Best
ongoing.
Best ongoing game. Where's Honkai Star Rail? Where's Genshin Impact?
Nani.
Why is Diablo 4 here instead of those? Are you kidding me?
Now, educate me on the whole Diablo 4 thing. Like, what's up?
It was not well liked. Let's put it that way. Even I know that.
Yeah. 1,000% bad in terms of business decision and everything else.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but people were so hyped for Diablo 4. And then when it came out, actually no, Diablo 4 was decently accepted at first. Then they had a patch update, and that just messed up everything for everyone. I remember hearing about that. Now, Destiny 2, I really have no thoughts on. Fortnite, I guess that would get the vote for me, but I haven't played Fortnite yet.
No.
Or maybe
God.
Final
And
Fantasy
again,
14.
they appeal to American politics with an event.
Yeah, good
map.
point. Thank you for reminding me of that. And again, Helldivers 2 might have gotten the vote, but Sony had to screw it up.
Yeah, Sony
Yeah,
had to be
Sony-
idiot.
No, seriously, why is Diablo 4 here?
Yeah, best ongoing, FF14, next.
Why is
Just keep
Diablo
going,
4
Doc.
here?
Keep going, Don.
Ugh.
Just keep going. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my gosh, why is this garbage here?
Let's keep driving forward. Just keep driving forward, John.
Games for oh brother.
Games for imp. Oh, God.
Oh brother. Actually no, there is one here I would legitimately vote for in fairness. And that would be Hellblade 2. Cuz apparently that one's actually just a genuinely good game.
Ah.
Understandable.
So this is the one that easily gets my votes. I didn't hear anything about this game. I don't know if it's really woke. Life is Strange, I avoid the hell out of.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about Life is Strange.
Neva might actually be pretty good. This game,
haven't-
though, its thumbnail alone just has me like, no. And usually,
Looks like it's a movie.
okay. That might be another controversial take. Can you normally tell when a game is woke just by the art style they
Yes.
choose? I swear,
Yes,
there's like this
yes.
distinction with it.
Yes. I mean, you look at modern day comics, and you can tell what it's gonna be just by looking at the cover. You can judge a book by its cover.
Well, actually, no. Isn't it more you judge?
No, in this context, you can judge the book by its cover.
The game itself isn't woke from what I heard, but it had SBI as a part of it, and the creator of Zhao had a temper tantrum when people didn't buy it, using his father as a guilt. Whatever happened to professionalism in the game industry? I
John,
swear,
I mean,
what
you know-
happened to that?
No, in fairness, what happened to professionalism in general? Because, like, you look at, TV shows and movies and whatever, the people creating the content, it's like, man, I sure do hate you people.
I really just...
Wow.
I do not get it, but... Blah. Alright, let's
Like, how many
see.
episodes of Teen Titans Go? Is a
Innovation
special
in accessibility. What?
what the fuck
Wow,
does
that's
that
the
mean?
only thing Dragon Age the Veilguard got voted for. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So basically those that are disabled in some way. That's what I
Does
took
make
from it.
sense.
Yep, stuff like, color blindness options, alternate control layouts.
I mean, I do think something like this actually does deserve
Subtitles.
something like this actually does deserve its own category. Problem is I have not played any of these, so I would not know.
Mm-hmm.
So or if you're Jim Sterling, they consider easy mode as accessibility.
Oh god, that moron.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's... Oh, man, I remember the arguments that, there should be an easy mode for From Software games. No, there shouldn't. Now, one argument I do agree with, From Software games should have a damn pause button. Gosh darn, that's stupid.
Oh yes, by all means. Oh, and also, no enemies attack you when you're on pause.
Well, obviously, that's what the point of pause is. Although, technically, I think you can force pause on, like, PlayStation systems or the Switch by just hitting the home button, but, you know, that really does not count either. And PC doesn't have an option for that. I don't think, anyway.
No.
Also, man, I was hoping that Dragon Age didn't get a single nomination in any of this, but damn. I am so glad that Dragon Age Veilguard is... Oh yeah, did you guys see the amount of game journalists backtracking on their praise for this game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of them were like, nah, it's a good game. It's a good game. And then, conveniently, after it was either the election or the Game Awards was announced, they suddenly start backtracking as if they know they're not going to have the support from these woke developers like they used to.
Exactamundo.
Anyway, I'm going to vote for Prince of Persia since I think that's the best game out of all of these. I mean, from what I understand, this Prince of Persia game is... Actually, even if it was a 3D adventure game, from what I've heard, Prince of Persia games are usually pretty good.
Yeah, and this one's a Metroidvania, too.
Ooh, bonus points.
And yes,
I played the demo for it.
Mainstream journalists are the enemy.
Best performance.
I have no idea who the hell any one of these are.
I don't know either, but I know who my vote would go to. And that would be the voice actor for Shorekeeper. Okay, where's the English one?
Aerith.
Might be a little easier if you're not searching in images.
Maybe. Shorekeeper.
Okay.
Stephanie Wait, didn't we just see her there? No, we didn't. But yeah, Stephanie McCon. Shorekeeper absolutely has my favorite voice from any game I played this year. And funny enough, she actually voiced Asuka in Evangelion, so that's quite the range. Brianna White. Yeah, let's look her up.
She's the voice for Aerith.
Let's see the rules.
Honestly, yeah, I might actually choose
Yeah,
her.
she's... Yeah,
Oh,
Choco
that's her
says she's
only...
good.
That seems to be her only voice-acted role. Okay.
Hmm.
Then I think I have to give it to Brianna White. Just because I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and her voice really did carry the character.
Mm-hmm.
But let's also, to be fair, look up the others, too. Hannah Tell.
It's Life is Strange. We're not really going to care.
I don't care for
no,
Life is Strange, but I will give... Okay, there's nothing else. I wanted to see if there was anything else. Hummerly... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, that's what I thought it was. Voice acting. Star... Life is Strange, immediately disqualified. Now, normally I'd say that, but... Okay, I don't recognize any of these. Luke Roberts. I'm noticing a pattern here, and that's that... who else did he voice? He
Let's
voiced.
see.
Oh wow! He voiced Wayne in the Batman. So he's a full-on. Wait, did I spell that right? Luke Roberts.
Yeah, Luke Roberts. That's the name.
Wow. Huh.
And apparently, yeah, his only game role is James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2's remake.
Okay, I'll give credit. Silent Hill 2, that must have been expensive as fuck to get the actor for the newest modern Batman. Melina I have no idea how to use. Yeah.
Apparently, her only game role was as Senua herself.
Okay, maybe she deserves it then. Maybe if
So-
I had actually played the game, but I'm going for Brianna White. I have not played Rebirth, but I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake, and her voice as Aerith was absolutely amazing, so I know she killed it in Rebirth.
Also,
That said-
the name is Melina Jerkins.
That said, I will give props to Luke Roberts too, because he was a really good actor in Batman. Now, I don't know what he did in Silent Hill 2, but I'm sure he did very well. Best audio design. Okay, that's a hard one, because, again, I haven't played any of these. But...
I mean, like, Final Fantasy usually does have some good soundtracks.
It does have good sound effects, like the reflex sound you hear whenever you countered in Final Fantasy VII Remake was always pretty good, but I don't know, chat. Which of these games do you think has the best sound effects, if you've played it or such?
The only one of these I have played is
Age of
Astrobot, but in terms of audio design, I'd say it's not really that much that's special.
I can only attest for Rebirth. I'm tempted to give it to Rebirth, because I know those sound effects are usually pretty good. Do feel kind of bad for Hellblade 2, because it must have gotten nominated for something. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with Rebirth. Actually, now that I think about it, Lane, you have a PS5. Did you play Astrobot? I actually don't think I heard you talk about Astrobot that much. I don't know, I ain't played none of them. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Rebirth, just based off the previous game. Best score and music. Okay. How good was the soundtrack for Stellar Blade, Lane? I didn't hear anyone talk about Silent Hill 2's soundtrack.
Yeah, and usually it has a good soundtrack, so...
I mean, it must have gotten voted for something. Metaphor. I mean, Atlas soundtracks are usually an absolute banger. But, at the same time, Final Fantasy VII Remake's music was an absolute banger too. And has one of my favorite versions of Sephiroth's theme. So I can only imagine how good Rebirth's soundtrack was. I don't know. I think I... Just from the... Man, by this logic, I'm having to ask what had a better soundtrack, Final Fantasy VII Remake or Persona 5? Let's see.
And I heard Stellar Blade soundtrack was awesome, so
I think I might give it to Metaphor because actually the remixed tracks for Final Fantasy VII Remake were absolutely amazing. Don't forget Persona 3's remixes and new song. Yeah, but I haven't heard those, so I can't judge. All I know is you don't like the new battle theme. I know that much. Okay. I think... I'm gonna give it to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. My sweetie's gonna kill me. Best art direction. Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong. Why is this game here? Why is Elden Ring Shadow of the DLC here again? Got nominated twice? Nah.
because
Okay, best art direction. From what I've seen, let's pretend that Elden Ring Shadow of the EDR tree was a new game. From what I've seen, it basically looks the exact same as the previous game, which isn't really that innovative. Honestly, if I had to give a best art direction, either goes to Astrobot or Metaphor. And I'm gonna be real, as much as I like the art direction for Astrobot, I'm a much bigger fan of the style they have for Persona 5 and Metaphor, so I'm going with Metaphor. Alright. Best narrative. Again, I have not played these games. However, I have not heard I have heard a lot of praise for Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth story. And considering how much I adored the story in the original remake, I may have to go for that one again. My sweetie's gonna kill me, but I'm sorry. I did not play Metaphor this year. I played Persona 5 Royal. Rebirth's narrative is damn good until you get to the final chapter, and then Nomura-isms kick in hard. Does that mean they basically just tease you for the next game like crazy? There's a lot of things you could say count for Nomura-ism. Yeah, I think I'll go for the vote of Rebirth. Best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Black Myth Wukong.
Why is... Oh my gosh, how many nominations did this DLC get?
I'm asking questions.
Anyway.
Hey, I should vote for Black Myth Wukong. This is damn good.
I'm kinda tempted for it as well. Primarily because of the fact that this game just came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere from a studio no one knew about. And then suddenly it's getting these Game of the Year nominations and such. For outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Actually, no. There's another reason I want to vote for it. They didn't stifle their vision despite all these companies trying to talk shit about it and all these DEI companies trying to ruin the game, but they never stifled their vision.
Oh, also don't forget they didn't accept the bribe. They were offered money to change the game to their vision, but they said no.
Yeah. I think that's where I have to give best game direction to Black Myth Wukong. Just for sticking to their vision.
Hell yeah.
All right. Previous. Oh, and
That's
this
correct.
and this one's Game of the Year.
Shit. I mean, I want to say Astro Boy, or Astrobot, not Astro Boy.
No, I don't think Astrobot deserves like Game of the Year. I think it deserves to be heavily recognized, but Game of the Year, I don't think so.
I mean, Black Myth
Why the
Wukong
frick is Elden Ring DLC nominated for Game of the Year?
We're gonna collectively agree to call hacks.
Yeah, we're all calling hacks on Elden Ring DLC nominated for Game of the Year. That is pure bullshit. And watch how it actually wins. That's the only reason it's here, is because they wanted to change the rules just so it can win Game of the Year. I'm calling it now.
I swear to God, if you keep complaining about the Elden Ring DLC, I'm going to avoid you. So help me God.
We have 5 nominees and 1 participation trophy because the industry has to suck From Software's dick.
You can vote for again?
No offense to FromSoft. Yeah, I agree. It's just, hey, if I were FromSoft, I wouldn't be complaining.
Well, I say, Wukong would be the best bet because again, the direction, the voice, voice acting's kind of. I'll be honest with you. I don't like, Son Goku's. It just sounds kinda, with the English voice anyway, sounds kinda off.
The thing is, I haven't played any of these. So, the question for me comes down to, for Game of the Year, which one would I pay Why are games $70 now?
Well, in
which game would I pay full price for?
In that case, Black Myth Wukong would be your best bet because again, you get what
Not
you
me.
bargained for. And, I'm just saying metaphorical. Because I know you don't like the DLC. Again, if you keep complaining, I'm gonna avoid you. Astro Boy. I keep saying Astro Boy. I meant
Astrobot.
Bot. Yes, Bot. It does deserve to be recognized, but I don't think it deserves the title of Game of the Year.
Maybe it deserves a nomination for Game of the Year. Although that might speak to... I don't know. I feel like this year's Game of the Years was... Like, I expected Rebirth to be here. Don't get me wrong. Black Myth Wukong definitely deserves it, but... What? Why is this card game here? I don't understand.
It's just a really popular roguelike.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know myself. My personal take, I put it from Metaphor, then Final Fantasy VII, then Astrobot, then that, then Black Myth Wukong? Is there because it's a cheap game that becomes addicting?
Cocaine.
Sugar, more like.
This is hard because the game I would spend $70 for the most. Like, if you gave me a choice and said I could only take one home, it would probably be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Because, you know, I really want to see what happens with the story. Metaphor, on the other hand, again, this is a game no one had that high expectations for. They probably just thought, you know, it'd be a good Atlas game. I know I can't vote for it, but my game of the year, I think, goes to either Wuthering Waves or Honkai Star Rail. I'm sorry! The quality of life on those are so good. Probably Wuthering Waves. I've had so much damn fun with that game.
Yeah. Which one would you prefer? The highly anticipated sequel or the breakout surprise that nobody expected?
Yeah, that's the tough one for me.
I mean, in fairness, I think the one that was, no one expected would at least deserve.
It deserves to be up here, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, though. You know, it's funny. Some people have accused me of having nostalgia for Final Fantasy 17. Final Fantasy 7. And I'm like, I didn't play that game until, like, I was late into my high school years, so not really. Like, I remember when I first played Final Fantasy 7, it was on my Vita. And I remember putting it down after 4 hours. I don't know why. It's not because the game got bad. It's just, I got distracted. But once I did actually start playing it all the way through, I could not put it down. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing why people praise this game so much. I never played the original Final Fantasy VII before I started trying to stream it. Did you ever finish that game, Lane? Because I highly recommend playing it on your own time. It's only a 40-hour game. Compared to other RPGs, that's actually rather short. And I think I'm going to give it to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If only because I was such a fan of Remake. Yeah, that gets my vote for Game of the Year. But I'll be real. As long as Balatro or Elden Ring doesn't win Game of the Year, Elden Ring DLC, to be exact, doesn't win Game of the Year, I'm happy with these picks. Honestly, I'm surprised the picks weren't as bad as I expected. I can give it some credit. Not really. I'm gonna be real, Lane. I didn't know of this game's existence at all until the Game Awards was announced. I knew of Astrobot's existence, knew of Black Myth Wukong's existence. I knew of the DLC, You Don't Deserve to Be There, existence. I knew, obviously, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And Metaphor is the newest game that people could not stop talking its high praises to. Yeah, I never heard of this game until the Game Awards, Lane. Believe it or not. So that's all my votes for the Game Awards. Let's look back at it, shall we? I remember seeing it once, and even then, like, Thero referencing it. Oh, I didn't see that. Best game direction. Again, I'm just gonna say this ahead of time. Any of the Elden Ring DLC included here doesn't deserve to be here. But in terms of best game direction, you know, these are good votes. Best narrative. Did anyone really talk about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Wasn't that just another Yakuza game? Was it?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, it was, because it was made by... Well, maybe it's not a Yakuza game, but... Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I mean, it doesn't say Yakuza, but I do remember them announcing a Yakuza-like game a few years ago. So maybe that's this one?
Like
I think it's because Yakuza has a cult following, so... You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, Like a Dragon is the Japanese name for the Yakuza games.
How much did they change with the Silent Hill 2 remake? Does anyone know that? Was it basically the same story? Does anyone know that? They've rotated out the Yakuza game. It's Like a Dragon now. I'm sorry, I don't like that. Yakuza sounds much more unique.
Yeah, Infinite Wealth is basically a sequel to Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I guess. Okay, Hellblade, again, I heard the first game was pretty damn good. Not only in the story it wanted to tell, but also in its gameplay being pretty good. Best art direction. I'm gonna be real. Other than Astrobot and Metaphor, I really didn't... Actually, no. I guess Neva as well. If you could not tell, I'm not the biggest fan of games that go for a bit more of a realistic setting.
Yeah.
And Switch Pro is all fantastical.
Best score and music. I will have to check out some of these tracks at some point. Metaphor is something I'll... Actually, I may as well ask. How long does Metaphor take to beat? Is it as long as a Persona game, or...?
According to Emmy, kinda.
Well, that's going on the backlog. That's for sure.
Hold on.
Best audio design. Again, I could only go by Rebirth. Though I'll give Call of Duty some slight props. It usually has some pretty good sound design. Google says 65 hours for a normal run. Okay. That's about a third of the time it usually takes to beat a Persona game. Well, actually, no, it's usually about half the time. Over 100 hours for 100% completion. Best performance. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Games for Impact. I am so glad this one game is here, shining among all these others. Actually, I'm not going to say that for Neva. Neva actually looks like it is truly a unique game and not just trying to... Not just being, you know, woke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dawn, I do want to ask, have you played any of the handheld Castlevania games? Yes, I have. I really like all of them. Though I will say the final Castlevania in that one, Order of Ecclesia, that game is hard. Oh boy. It's easily the hardest of all the Metroidvania Castlevanias I've played. But it is also very satisfying and has multiple weapons and powers you can use. Then again, all of them do.
Yeah.
I highly
The
recommend...
Order of Ecclesia also ties them all to an MP system.
Actually, you just reminded me. I should check to see if that's on sale. Castlevania Collection.
Yeah, it is on sale.
Yeah, Castlevania Dominius Collection.
Dominus. But yeah, I think that's probably the only one of the Castlevania Collection games I'd buy, since I'd only be getting the GBA one for Aria of Sorrow, because I don't really have any interest in the rest of the Advanced Collection.
There's a...
Hi, Josh.
Oh, hi, Josh.
What are you guys doing?
Hey, Josh.
We are reacting to the Game Awards voting.
Is there anything I should care about right now that happened before I came in?
I think the only thing you would care about is the most anticipated game. And I'm sorry, Josh, I voted for Metroid Prime 4 over Monster Hunter.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna be honest with you, Don. If Metroid Prime or Monster Hunter wins, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with it. But I don't want GTA 6 to win, because honest to God, I don't care for GTA 6.
Actually, yeah, you can look to see since you're here.
Yeah.
Well, not voting. Well, I mean, yeah, I did vote on what I think deserves it. Yeah, Josh, I'm curious because you can see the stream as well. These are my picks for each category. Tell me when to move to the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, for shits and giggles, I would vote Balatro, but honest to God, I think Metaphor has this.
It was a tough tie. It was a tough decision between Metaphor and Final Fantasy VII, because I really liked Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like Persona 5 Royal. And I'm like, all right.
At that point, just flip a coin.
It mainly came down to which game would I pay for if I could only take one home. And I'm like, well, I guess for me, that's Final Fantasy VII.
I was gonna say, what's that? Basically, your mom's saying you can only get one game. Which one do you want?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it came down to. Best game direction.
I do not know, but I want to put it into Black Myth.
I chose Black Myth solely because they did not compromise what they wanted this game to be, despite all the DEI crap and all the game journalists trying to take the game down.
That I understand, and I'm gonna be honest, I agree with you there. Continue.
Yeah. Also, it goes without saying, any Elden Ring DLC being included for a nomination, screw that.
That's not, no. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The only reason they did that is because so we wouldn't have just a bunch of JRPGs in here. That's literally the only reason why. Because the Game Awards hates JRPGs.
Yeah, clearly they do.
Unless
it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Best narrative, I don't know, because I haven't played any of these. But
I haven't played any of them either, so I'm just going with what I would buy again.
Yeah. From what I saw, what's a Metaphor had a really good story, but yeah. Best art direction, yeah, Metaphor.
Yeah, Metaphor.
Just Metaphor. Look. I'm sorry, Black Myth Wukong fans, but like.
Look, Black Myth Wukong is just. I don't want to say it has bad art direction. It doesn't. It doesn't have as an appealing direction to me personally.
Yeah.
I love the super bright, colorful stuff of like Persona and such.
Yes. All right, continue.
Maybe that's one of the reasons I'm not as big a fan of Persona 3. It's not as bright and colorful.
Disturbing the peace.
Best score and music. Again,
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know. I could only go off of.
I want to go. I would go with Metaphor. I would go with Metaphor, but then again, I have not heard the music from it. So
I'm sure it's good. It's just, I'm pretty sure if I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and I heard all the new tracks and the remix tracks, I would have been like, "Oh, this is so good," because that's what
I feel
said
so
for the
I feel so
original.
bad for Stellar Blade, by the way. I feel so bad for him.
Oh, don't worry, I gave it 1 vote.
Okay, what else is there?
Best
Audio
audio
design.
design.
I'm gonna be honest, everything else is kind of ass here, so yeah, I would have gone with Final Fantasy.
Look, the sound design in Final Fantasy VII Remake was really damn good.
Look, I'm sorry that I'm not that I'm not rich enough to buy all these games and then see for myself, but I'm gonna be honest, I would probably just go with Final Fantasy.
As for best performance,
I don't really care, I'm gonna be honest.
Here's the
with you.
thing. I didn't care for any of these except for the one who voiced Aerith in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
However,
Again, I'm gonna be honest, I would not know who to vote here.
you know who Luke Roberts was?
Who?
He was actually the actor for the recent Batman movie that came out. The super emo Batman.
Oh, that's not Batman.
No, you know, the one where the Riddler was the main villain. Live action.
I have not kept up with DC.
Basically, what I'm saying is the fact that they got someone like that as the voice actor. Damn, they paid a lot of money for that.
Look, Don. I'm gonna say this. I have not watched any of the movies. I prefer watching the animated series.
I mean, the animated series are better. I'm not even gonna pretend.
Okay. I'm not talking about the animated series. I'm just talking about the animated series in general. I prefer those compared to the DC movies.
Yeah, except for the Apocalypse ones, I've heard a lot of praise for everything until Apocalypse and Darkseid gets involved.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's continue before.
Mainly because they kill everyone.
No.
Innovation and accessibility. I didn't know.
Oh no, honestly.
This was the only one Dragon Age Veilguard got voted for. So when we binge watching Teen Titans and Justice League, that's actually something we could do.
They could do that. Again, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not know what I would have chosen here.
I just voted Prince of Persia because I'm like, I think this is the game I would probably play before anything else.
What's it called? Okay. For me, it's something else. Okay, Diablo 4. It's Blizzard. I'm not supporting Blizzard. Was a good.
Diablo 4 is also just bad. Like,
Dragon Age Veilguard. I don't like anything about it.
Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. People decently liked Diablo 4 at first, but then one patch or 2 patches later, they changed something about the game, and then everyone hated it.
I don't remember because I don't play Diablo, but I can see why. Because Blizzard is just Blizzard's killing their own games faster than.
Also, why is Star Wars Outlaws here in any of these categories?
I think
except for this one in accessibility, I guess.
Okay. I was gonna say, doesn't Star Wars have like an option for like colorblind and stuff?
I guess so.
I don't know. Anyways,
games for impact.
Genshin Impact. All right, what is it? Thought provoking games with a pro social. I don't like this.
Yeah, that's why I chose Hellblade. Because at least that one I know is actually a good game.
Yeah, I don't know anything here.
I actually got into a discussion. You look at a game with an art style like this, and you just know it's woke.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm sorry.
Now, Neva might be an exception. I will say Neva might be an exception.
I have not played it, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I look at this and I'm like, oh no.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I came here to play a game. I didn't come here for a 4-hour documentary about how. What's it called?
Well, that's the thing. Games for impact can either be like one of 2 categories.
It can either be the best thing in the world or it can be the worst thing in the world.
No, I was going to say it can either be an extremely artistic game with a unique message, or its message is fisted into you the entire way.
It's fisted into you. Do you see our message? Do you understand our message? Don't you love this message? Huh?
We're shoving it down your throat.
Life is Strange is a mixed bag, honestly.
Okay.
Best
ongoing game.
Final Fantasy 14.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. 14.
I have no interest in 14. All I know is that the community absolutely adores it.
Okay, if I can say one thing about this, Final Fantasy 14 so far from what I've been playing is one of the best Final Fantasies I've played.
Yeah.
Even though that's a low bar because I've not played any other Final Fantasy.
Now, Helldivers 2.
Helldivers, I
Could have
I don't-
potentially got it if Sony didn't screw it up.
pretty much. Pretty much. Sony completely look. Sony needs to get their grubby hands off of certain things.
And they need to stop forcing you to have a PSN account for logging into a Steam game.
Yes.
Best community
support
support.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it was Final Fantasy 14.
Actually, okay. For me, it's between Baldur's Gate and Final Fantasy. Honest to God, it's between Baldur's Gate and Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy edges it out a little bit but I'm gonna be honest, I can't say the reason why, but yeah. But yeah, Final Fantasy is it's really good. I'm just gonna say that it's really fucking good.
I considered Fortnite, and then I remembered they had a presidential campaign stage, and I'm like, nah, fuck that.
again, Helldivers had so much potential,
It did.
and then
Sony just
Sony
screwed
completely
it.
fucked it up. I don't know anything about No Man's Sky.
Apparently, people
Alright.
say it's actually pretty good now. Best
Best independent
independent game. I'm just like,
Balatro, just Balatro.
Gonna be real, Josh. I didn't even hear of this game until the Game Awards.
Balatro, it's so fucking fun. It's so stupid. It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but I actively did not vote for this one because I'm like, I swear there were other indie games that came out this year.
There were a ton of games actually.
I
there were a ton of
feel like
games.
I look at some of these and I'm like, other than maybe Neva and UFO 50, a lot of these were voted for because of its, like, you know, unique story and message rather than, you know, just being a fun game.
Well, Balatro is just a fun game. That's all I really got to say.
Honestly, the only
It's-
time I can
yeah.
forgive a game for not having the best gameplay is if it makes me laugh a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, Don. Balatro is a roguelike poker game. It's such an interesting concept, and when you actually start getting into it and start unlocking stuff, you're like, wow, this has so much replayability. It's so fun. What is this?
Best
Space
debut indie game.
Yeah, Balatro.
This was really the only one I voted for because I'm like, I don't even know these others.
Yeah,
Does
I feel-
Balatro even really have a story? I don't know.
no, it sort of
No.
does.
Best
not really.
mobile game. Wuthering Waves.
Wawa. It's okay. Okay. These are my votes are either Zenless or Wawa. Okay. The reason I'm not voting
Honkai Star
Wawa
Rail
is
deserves to be here instead of Zenless. I'm sorry.
well, yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. Pocket should not be here since it literally just came out.
Yeah, but it's also getting a lot of attention.
Well, yeah.
Way more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was just gonna be a one and done thing, and then we'll like forget about it in a week. No, it's actually really fucking good.
The funny thing is, though, while I do vote for Wuthering Waves as the best mobile game, you don't want to play it on mobile.
No.
No, it will fry your phone.
Okay, Don, I do want to talk to you about Wawa, like really briefly. My Wawa keeps crashing for no reason.
I haven't had that problem. Have you lowered the
Yeah.
graphics?
It's not the graphics. Like I'm able to play for like a minute or two before it just crashes.
How
Oh,
strong?
again,
How strong is your computer compared to mine?
my graphics card is the lowest. What's it called?
What's your graphics card? Is it in the 40 range?
It's 1660 Ti, which is like.
Oh, no way your game would. Yeah, you would need to play Wuthering Waves on really low settings.
I mean, in any case, I'm gonna upgrade in December.
Yeah, you should.
Anyways,
Yeah,
anyways,
I also
continue.
should probably upgrade
Yeah.
my own graphics card at some
What
point.
do you think about Zenless Zone Zero being here? Because I think, and I brought this up when I was talking about it, I think it's a good game, has good combat, good story, good character designs. Hey, we have both lolly and furries. They can actually coexist, people!
yeah.
But my biggest problem with Zenless Zone Zero, its mini events are ass.
Oh, definitely.
They are
Definitely.
so damn boring.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna completely agree with you there.
Like, it is the worst mini events I've done in any of the gachas I've played.
It's literally been like 2-year-olds can solve it. How many bang boos jumped during this scene?
When I got to the puzzle one, where you would eventually get it no matter what, I'm like, well, what's even the point of this? What's the point?
Just give us the pie. Just give us the pie.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Not even Genshin makes me feel that way.
So, yeah. Speaking of Genshin, Dawn, I enjoyed Fontaine's Story.
Oh, Fontaine's Story is absolute peak.
No, I just completed it, and I'm doing Nowland Story.
The prison arc dragged, didn't it?
I didn't want to be there.
I knew it.
I didn't want to be there.
75% of it was so bad.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I turned off my brain for part of it.
Yeah, only
The
it
ending
only
is
got
honestly-
good once you actually talked with Risley and saw what was hidden beneath there. And then from that point, the pace just picks up and then it's good. And yes, I did cry a number of times in that final trial. That final trial,
That
so
hurt.
good.
That hurt me. Okay, I'm gonna mispronounce her name, but like, why is this Siegwine or how's it pronounced?
Siege Wine?
Siegewine, yeah. Why do I like her so much?
I don't know, but I will say Farina got really close to being my favorite Archon, but Nahida edges her out just the tiniest bit. Tiniest bit.
Look, I'm gonna say this. So far, my favorite, and sadly, it's not Farina or why was I gonna say something?
Moika?
It's Mawika, yeah, it's Mawika.
But you haven't even done the story.
I'm already in Act 2. I'm already in Act 2 of Nowland.
Damn, you work fast.
Yeah, I have a fast reader, Don.
I guess that's
I'm
what
a
happens when you're not streaming the stories and it doesn't feel exhausting.
Yes. Look, the only exhausting part is actually going around and getting the chests.
You know, the funny thing is, and I just thought of this, Genshin Impact, people say it's a fantasy RPG for like a bit of a younger demographic, and then Honkai Star Rail comes out, and I think that's for a little bit of an older demographic, though not by much.
Oh yeah.
And then Zenless Zone Zero comes out, and
Physics.
I feel like it's a mix between an older demographic and a younger demographic, if that makes any sense. Because
all I have
they curse in Zenless Zone Zero. There's heavy fan service.
Physics.
But why are the events for toddlers?
Like that's what I'm confused about. Like again, another example. What place did Rocket Boo come in?
I hated that so much.
How many Bang Boos jumped? How many times did the Shark Boo pause or whatever the fuck it was? Anyways,
whatever.
I did have
let's
fun with the tower event, even though it kicked my ass quite a bit. I won't lie.
I don't think that's an event. I think that's a permanent.
Yeah,
thing.
it's a permanent thing, but still.
Anyways, continue next category before we keep getting distracted.
No, the funny thing is, I spent the most time on that.
I don't know.
I don't know any of these, so I would have probably
get-
voted for Batman Arkham Shadow, but it's like
It's on the Oculus. Why would you buy an Oculus just to play this?
I still have a VR thing that I need to use, Dan.
We need to set up VR chat on one day.
One
day, I promise you. Guys, I know I'm not Dawn. I want you to clip this and spam her with it that we're going to set up VR chat eventually and she's going to make content. Clip this. Anyways, Dawn, I don't know what to vote for. So just,
Oh,
Why did you go back?
Let's talk about what now. Best action game. I had to vote for Stellar Blade just as a huge fuck you to all the woke game journalists being like, "Oh, we don't want fan service in our games and such."
Yeah. Okay, Dawn, I completely agree with you there, and I would do the same thing. However, if we were to put that aside, I would be between Black Myth and Stellar Blade, honest to God. Because Black Myth has some really fucking good action.
Well, also, it gets my vote because so much of the game industry was trying to bring the game down. Also, have you noticed that all these game journalists are suddenly saying that, oh, Stellar Blade is actually pretty good? We remember you trash talking the game.
5 out of 10. Okay. Look. Again, I have my own gripes with game journalists. Again, IGN voted 5 out of 10 for Brothership when all the other subsidiaries voted an 8, 9, maybe even a 10 out of 10. Again, like it's only the English branch that hates shit. Like I'm like, why?
Because English imperialism. Let's be real, it's kind of what it is.
It is, and it's so dumb. Like it's like whatever. Action adventure. I
had to give it to Astrobot because that was one I heard the most people talking about.
Yeah, I will agree there. I have not heard anyone talk about Echoes of Wisdom.
Neither have I. I saw
surprising.
Arlo make a video of it, and then it just vanished.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. All I saw, and yes, I use this. All I saw on TikTok were like guides on how to get certain things about it. Then they appeared. Like I'm like, why? I'm like, if this game was so revolutionary and so, you know, such an interesting game, why is no one talking about it anymore?
I think.
Anyways, my vote's gonna be
it's unfortunate because we finally get a game where we can play as Zelda, but it's not like you're playing a regular Zelda game.
It feels like you're playing more of a puzzle game.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm like, nah, I don't really want to get it. It's a puzzle game. It's not a Legend of Zelda game. It's now a puzzle game.
Okay, but I have an argument. But can you summon a Lionel in any of these games?
Can you? I think you can in Echoes of Wisdom.
I was saying any of the other games.
I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah, that was the point. Is that okay? I understand your argument. However, can you do X in any of these other games?
Thing is, they got the Princess Peach's Showtime treatment. Honestly, I'd probably say Echoes of Wisdom is a better game.
Happened to Showtime? I just realized what happened to Showtime.
People didn't really talk about it because it was baby easy difficulty, from what I understand.
Like
I did see a number of people modding the game to make Peach thick as hell, though.
Okay, well, that's just the internet. You know that already. We both know that. RPG, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I agree.
Again, Elden Ring does not deserve to be there.
Elden Ring doesn't deserve to be there. You're only doing this so JRPGs don't win.
I would normally vote it for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I gave it to Metaphor on the fact that people just expected Metaphor to be just another Atlas game.
Yeah, but
and it's extremely well beloved. No one expected that. Everyone expected that for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
But this is a game that was announced. People will be like, oh, that'll be a fun distraction while I wait for the other games. And then it becomes one of the best games of the year.
Yeah. Alright, so what's next?
Best fighting game.
Sparking Zero. Okay.
This does not belong here.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Oh, Kala died.
Oh.
I'm sorry if I was loud.
You're fine.
I'm gonna say this. Look, I love Sparking Zero. I love Grand Blue. The other ones can fuck off, but I'm gonna say this. It's a tie for me between Sparking Zero and Grand Blue Fantasy Rising.
Yeah, I would say Grand Blue Fantasy Rising probably deserves it the most, but
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If Sparking Zero was not there, I would vote Rising.
And we need to play Sparking Zero more together. I would agree there, Lane. We should.
I need to own the game first, Lane. I don't have money right now.
Yeah, and the game's like $70.
And what's it? Meanwhile, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising with the quote unquote fighter pass is like $60.
Tekken 8 came out, and I have not heard anyone say a thing about it.
Okay, the only thing it wasn't Tekken. It was Street Fighter. Never mind then.
Again, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection does not deserve to be here. That's cheating.
I was gonna. Didn't this thing come out like a week ago or something?
It came out, I think, like.
It's either like a month ago or like 2 months ago.
Regardless, it's a collection of fighting games previously released that should not count.
So why is Multiverses there again?
I actually heard it's a pretty good fighting game.
I don't know. I'm gonna be completely honest. My vote would honestly come down to a coin flip between Rising and Sparking.
I voted for Sparking Zero because we waited 20 years for them to actually make a great Dragon Ball Z game again.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah, Sparking Zero. We waited
Yeah.
so long for it.
Again, I really, really want Sparking Zero, but I can't because I have responsibilities.
That's something to ask for Christmas.
I'm already gonna pay for my graphics card for Christmas though.
Best family game. I'm sorry,
Oh.
I could not choose Super Mario Party Jamboree. I'm like, no, I gotta give it to Astrobot.
I'm sorry, Don. I'm going to go against you there. Jamboree I've seen is so fun.
I'm sure
It's
it is,
such a good game.
but I wanted to vote
But-
for Astrobot just to tell Sony, we want more of this.
Yeah.
Give us more
No.
of this.
I completely agree with you. I don't know why Showtime is there.
I don't know why it's there either. No one talked about Princess Peach
Well,
Showtime.
actually, why is Echoes of Wisdom also here? How is it a family game?
I mean, let's be real. The family game category mainly belongs to Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
I mean,
very very stupid.
Not really. I mean, let's be real. If any kids, if you were to put like all of these games in front of a kid and then ask them to pick which one they're gonna do, they'll most likely choose the more appealing Nintendo games.
So what you're saying is Tears of the Kingdom should belong in Best Family.
Say what?
So you're saying Tears of the Kingdom should belong here in the Best Family category?
Yes,
No.
actually.
What?
That being said, you guys
You
should
weren't
get...
supposed to agree with me, Don.
Say what?
Anyway, you weren't supposed to agree with me. We were supposed to have an argument. All right, continue.
Well,
Again,
you've lost
this
the
game- This game came out, and nobody said a thing about it.
Again, you want to know something funny? I genuinely thought Princess Peach Showtime was gonna be like Super Princess Peach for the DS, where it was gonna be a good fun game about Peach being a main character and like.
From what
What
I
was it called?
understand, Princess Peach Showtime is this. Style over substance and incredibly easy.
Yeah.
And again,
Honestly,
I would get Mario Party Jamboree, but I'm sorry, too many games came out that month.
Well, yeah. All right. Let's go next. Let's go next before we get stuck here again.
Best sim strategy. I had no opinions on
I do not know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
this. Best
Best
sports racing game.
I don't really.
They're
care.
all EA and 2K, so they don't deserve a single vote from me.
It literally doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
Best
Best
multiplayer
multiplayer-
game. Yeah, I had to
Yeah,
get-
I'm Jamboree.
Yeah. I might have considered Helldivers 2 if Sony didn't screw it up.
Yeah. Look, I'm also gonna say this. Apparently, Call of Duty is not bad, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm still not a fan of Call of Duty. So
Yeah. Best
best
adaptation.
Knuckles.
I haven't seen
actually-
any of them, but I'm
Okay,
sure
gonna-
Knuckles is just as good as the movies.
I'm gonna be honest. Knuckles is not as good. I would give it to Arcane.
Really?
I would personally give it to Arcane. Yeah.
Huh.
No, honest. Okay, so if I can say this, okay. What's it called? 90% of it is people talking, and like 5% of it is actual Knuckles.
Isn't it because Knuckles' entire gimmick is he's the straight man to everyone's crazy shit?
Pretty much. So he's only in like 5% of the scenes, and
Yeah.
he has like one or two voice lines. and
It's
that's
funny
it.
how all these. How many shows are there where they make a spin off show where one of the side characters is now the main character?
Do you
How
want me
many
to list
times
all the
does it
Nickels?
actually do well?
Rarely ever does well.
So why do
Hey, like-
studios keep doing it?
Money.
Like, what do people think of the... Well, actually, no. You guys don't watch the Patrick show.
I was going to say you're going to mention the Patrick Star show, aren't you?
Yeah, apparently that's why he got a game. I thought he was just getting, a spin-off game, but no, it was because No, Patrick has his own show now, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
even know that was a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna. Technically, there's like 3 spin-offs for SpongeBob.
What? Oh, wait, actually, yeah, now that...
There's,
Yeah, they
there's
made
Camp,
one where they were all younger.
There's Camp Coral, which is the one you were talking about. There's the Patrick Star Show. What's it called? Sandy Cheeks got her own movie, which is honestly very bad. Don't watch it.
Wait, Sandy getting her own movie actually does sound interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. It completely rewrites her character, and it's writing it as if it's the pilot for a like Sandy Cheeks.
Hell no! I thought we were gonna get like Sandy Cheeks Adventure or something. That actually sounds fun.
Technically, we get it, but the thing is, SpongeBob is also tied to her, so you know. SpongeBob is like always like tied to her. We get to see her family, which is just like stereotypical Oh yeah, look. Okay, I agree here. I would also say Wilds is another vote. And sadly, the worst part is I feel like Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna take it just because there's so many little kids that want it.
Because it's Grand Theft Auto 6. That's why.
Yeah.
Although honestly, thinking about it, out of all the games here, Metroid Prime 4 is the one with the longest anticipation of waiting for it to exist.
Yeah, because Metroid Prime, was it Echoes?
Metroid Prime 3 was in the Wii era.
So yeah, Metroid Prime 3 came out when? August 27, 2007. Was it called? Monster Hunter technically had a game that came out in 2020.
Monster Hunter fans are always eating good. They release like a game every year or two.
GTA 5 came out in 2008. Or no, it came out in 2013. So yes, you're correct.
Yep. Wow, it really has been that long with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, 2013 for Grand Theft Auto. But as you said, Metroid Prime 3 was the latest.
No, Lane.
Non-remake.
It's not that they didn't know if fans wouldn't want it. It's that they teased some things with Prime 4 with the Metroid Prime Hunters on DS. And then they killed all interest in the Metroid franchise with Other M.
What the fuck was the one on the DS? What?
That was Metroid Prime Hunters. It was basically Diet Metroid Prime on DS. It didn't have nearly as many. It didn't have nearly as many like interesting things as the main Prime games.
Is that the multiplayer one that's on the DS?
It was multiplayer as well.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the multiplayer actually wasn't that bad.
All right then. Again, I'm gonna say this. My coin flip is on my. Yeah, my vote is a coin flip between Wilds and Prime, but I think Prime deserves this.
Content Creator of the Year. There's only one.
Pecora. Look.
Although I did mention, there's one person here that technically I think deserves it more, and that's Iron Mouse.
Well, yes.
Although apparently she won.
She won Streamer of the Year for Twitch or whatever it is.
Yeah, she actually won that for the Game Awards, I think a year or two ago.
She's been constantly winning.
I was actually about to mention, it was either Pecco or her mama.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna say this at the very least for the others. Queso, I've watched a few times. He's funny, but he's not like.
I've never heard of the others.
I've never heard of the others as well. That's the sad thing. That's the sad
thing. The only thing I know about. No, Content Creator of the Year. I'ma be real. If Lythero was here.
Lythero would have won this in the landslide.
If Lythero was here, I'd have to be like, do I vote for Lythero or Pecora?
Do you vote for the best content creator in the world, or do you vote for?
Or do I vote for VTuber support?
Honestly,
Lythero deserves it. Lythero would be peak.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
Okay. Best esports game.
I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care.
I went with the one that's the most visually appealing to me.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna be honest. The only one I would give it to would be Valorant.
Best esports
I don't care.
Athlete? I don't know.
I don't watch esports.
Mm-hmm.
Just click next. No, nobody watches esports.
Best
anymore.
esports team. Nobody
change it.
cares.
Oh.
Okay.
No, we're done.
I
Well,
found
goodbye,
you,
everybody.
faker.
Let's have a good. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Anyway, I've got a pretty good joke here.
What's
Yeah.
that?
A game for Impact? How about Genshin Impact? No, Honkai Impact, I meant. Fuck. I messed
Well,
up my own
hey,
joke.
it works either way. It works either way.
I messed up my own joke.
Voice of the Galaxy update. Okay, this was something Lane sent to me earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the Honkai stuff? Oh, it is.
Let's see.
It's all the updates. Ooh,
Yeah, we
pom
got our room.
pom! You can dress up pom pom.
Yeah, you can dress up Pom Pom.
I'm gonna dress him up in a cute little dress.
And yes, I still
You
have
gotta-
my profile pic as Hersher of Flame Shion, and I will never change.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine with
You
that.
gotta.
Oh yeah,
know,
mock. Oh yeah,
uh,
mock's quick clears up to mine.
change. You gotta. Set
Oh,
up
you
your
can
room for
delete
it.
past
Where you
mission
can-
resources for mobile. That's cool.
Mhm.
Save some on your
The
phone.
team lineup optimizations.
Trailblazer will be able to drag characters to quickly.
Oh, finally!
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
click and drag.
Yeah, that's helpful.
That only took forever. Story. Oh, hi. Story. I was. Didn't they show this in the trailer? The story
Daily
recap?
missions adjustment. Wait, what? Daily missions will be removed, and the original 5,000 credits reward will be merged into awards for daily training. Trailblazers will be able to explore further. Okay, I'm confused about that. All right.
Yeah, so basically, we're no longer going to have that brain daily mission be bothering us every day.
Yeah.
Instead, we'll just be able to like see some like side stuff related to the stories of these daily missions. I assume.
Look, I'm gonna say this, Chaska. I want to get Chaska, but the thing
I
is,
want to
Malva-
get Chaska, but the Pyro Archon is next. Damn
she's
it.
literally right next. She's literally next, and I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and seeing
actually,
more of Sunday's kit, I'm like, he's really good support, but
You know, I
also
thought you
want
said
Boog.
seeing more of Seymour's kit, and I'm like, Seymour from Final Fantasy
Mhm.
10? What?
He's not even playable.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why. That's the joke, Shard.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Was it considering Remembrance is gonna focus on summoning? Sunday will eventually have to be a must summon for characters with summons.
Yeah, that's funny. Unless you got broken teams like me,
Well, yeah.
so I can just afford to skip it for now. Cause
Yeah.
no
I've
matter
been
what they
seeing
have
Sunday
for
use-
Forgotten
Acheron.
Hall, it's nothing my Acheron and Firefly team can't clear.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which reminds me, I need to actually upgrade my Acheron, but I don't have her Lycon, and I'm busy trying to get Adventurine's Lycon.
Yeah, and
You just said like con.
I said Lycon.
you
Lycon.
said it like that one character from ZZZ. You said
Like-
it like
no.
Lycon.
he did not.
No, I said Lycon and not Lycon.
It
Is it
sounded
Lycon
like
or
it.
Lycon?
It sounded like it.
That is, what else are we talking about? But yeah, Sunday's basically going to be a must summon for any characters with with a summon focus kit.
People
And,
saying Sunday is just better bro. That's what I've heard.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, literally
Pretty
what I've heard.
much. Pretty
And
much.
apparently, he's even SP neutral, potentially.
Oops.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the
let's
big
try
thing
to
as
get
well.
this actually here.
And the only problem is getting him a light cone that would be really helpful.
You usually, what the fuck are you doing right now with AFK? Why is there a tier list?
What even is that?
Okay. Now, here's the thing. I need to first, I need to download FGO's thumbnail for here, and then we can actually do this.
You could just look it up on Google Image.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Like-
That's what I'm gonna do.
Wait, you're doing a tier list of gacha games right now.
Yep, and I'm gonna upload it later because people are not gonna watch the whole live stream for this.
I'm gonna just die. I'm gonna go die right now. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
FGO.
Also, I can't believe you didn't put puzzles and dragons here, Dawn.
I didn't
Don't
make
you know
the
that-
list.
Don't you know the hit game Puzzle and Dragons?
Last I checked, that game
God
kind of
damn it! I
died.
accidentally opened up DCGO. I'm gonna go play it now.
What the frick is DCGO? What it
Did you?
Digimon Card Game Online.
Yes, Digimon Card Game Online.
DCGO? That sounds like some spin-off for Fate Grand Order, because
No,
Fate Grand Order is FGO.
No.
it's
No.
it's literally just a card game simulator for Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna go play this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Don. I'm probably gonna hop off.
Oh, hey! My VTuber mama is here. Everyone say
Yay.
hi. I swear I'm gonna get this wrong. Yaque?
Yaku?
Yaku. Yaku. I thought it was Yaki.
Hello, Yaku.
Yeah, they're the one that designed my model.
Yay, mama.
Hi, VTuber mama.
You can just say mama or papa if need be, but yeah.
Okay, how do I download an image?
That's downloading
hold
an
on.
image of the
No.
tier list.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, Don, exit out of this. You gotta go to
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, there you go. And
Now we
then
just
yeah,
do
that'll
it.
add it in.
How many
Yeah.
times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
What's the
8.
tier list maker site?
You gotta do it 8 times, so yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say don't click on save or download.
Do I have to have... Oh boy.
Oh no.
Do I need to rename this thing like 3
Just gotta
times?
change background. Images not add additional images to your tier list. Images are not saved to the website. Will be included to your download. I think you may need to rename it like 6 times.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no, it's fine. I can just do
Okay,
this over and
Hold
over
on.
again. Or
Okay
not.
then.
Okay. Maybe it just takes a while to actually load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need it 10 times.
Yay! 10 times.
Why do you want to do multiple images for this?
Because
there's
that
multiple-
one
Because it's
Yeah,
going to be
multiple
overall
categories.
ranking here.
yeah, it's gonna be different categories.
Oh. That's different,
Yes. Yes, it
to
is.
say the least.
Okay, let me just try this.
Yeah.
Copy paste. The power of copy paste. Yes, it works. Okay. 4. How many was it again?
You said it was 10.
Did I say it was 10? Let me see again.
You said it was 10.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you're right. So we have 4 here.
Ow.
No, copy paste. He's a bad guy from Neptunia.
I need to actually play a Neptunia game.
Okay. 5.
Okay,
Can
just
I do like all of them at once? That'd be really helpful. There we go. Okay. Now this is gonna be a video.
Yay. Alright, I'm probably gonna dip though. I'll see you later, Don.
Oh, but you'll be good for conversation.
Okay, fine, I'll stay.
Yay.
But just know I am gonna be playing something on my other monitor.
That's fine. Should I zoom out on this?
Not I get actually like that looks fine, honestly.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so we are going to do a tier list of all the gachas I've played. Ignore, like, Cookie Kingdom. Wait, what? What MiHoYo game is this?
But
What MiHoYo game is this?
Wait,
probably
that's,
I was gonna say that's probably
game?
Gun Girlsy.
Hold on.
I guess this is this is from a list that someone else made, and then I just added FGO to it. So I am going to be going through all these categories with the gachas I have actually played. Actually, you know what? To save me some time, let's add a row below. Out of my way.
You're just gonna drag all of them.
Yep,
all of
I
them
don't know how to delete them, so I'm just getting them out of the way.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
be real.
Okay.
I've actually heard good things about Cookie Run Kingdom, but I also don't like it because Tectone shills the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
Petty but fair.
Lane can tell you, I can be a pretty petty bitch.
Okay.
Also, how are these people able to play Gun Girl Z? The game, you can't play it anymore. Like,
Mhm.
which game is this?
Hold on.
Let me look at all the Hoyoverse games.
Yeah, probably. I know that there's
Honkai
a
Gakumen.
Hoyoverse game known as Tears of Themis.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
that's
that
not
an
one of them,
all-male game or something?
I think.
Or am I thinking of something else?
Eh,
Wait, is that Honkai Gaku? No, it's not Honkai Gaku. I thought that was Honkai
Alright,
Gakumen.
here we go. We got Genshin here, we got Honkai Impact 3rd, we got Honkai Star Rail, we got Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and Fate Grand Order. I guess
Okay,
technically I could have included X Dive, but
And Girl Z is not on there.
I really
see.
Yeah, I have
shut
I have
down,
no idea.
so I guess that really doesn't count. Okay.
X-Type doesn't really count.
I'm
Voice
gonna see if
acting.
I can't use.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put FGL and Honkai Impact 3rd a little lower, just for the fact they don't have an English dub. So that is a mark
Hold
against
on.
it.
So what tier list template did
We're going
you?
one
this
at
from?
a time. Voice acting, fandom, music, story, world design, character design, event gameplay. Oh, I know where Zenless is going. Exploration. Now that's just not fair. Some of these games aren't even explorative. Combat and overall rating. Okay, so voice acting. I want to say that I think Honkai Star Rail edges it out slightly. Red Velvet Oreo Cake Roll. Oh my gosh, Lane, that looks so good.
Lane, stop doing the
Okay.
temptation.
Okay, I think I figured something out.
Okay, what's that?
The game with the icon with the red hair girl, that would be Reverse 1999.
I didn't even... Actually, that does sound a little familiar. I think I would put Honkai Star Rail first. That's how these tier leaderboards work, right? You,
What's good?
Yeah.
The closer
If
they
you're doing
are.
it in this way, then yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I should change, Can you guys... Josh, can you make an announcement that we're doing a gacha tier list from everything I've played? And I'm going to...
I almost tagged you by accident.
I know you would. And yeah, let me change the description here.
Okay, and the icon with wait, hang on. Is this really the case?
Okay, I think
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
Tower of
change
Fantasy,
the category
that other
from
one.
just chatting to Honkai Star Rail, because why not? That's got the most people watching it.
Yeah.
Not gonna change anything. Woowa English voice cast is kind of meh for me. It gets better. It does get
Yeah.
a lot better, I will say that. The early game voice acting, not that good. I would say Honkai Star Rail has slightly better voice acting, but only slightly. Genshin Impact would come after that. Then I'd say ZZZ. Now, Wuthering Waves will eventually overtake ZZZ for one reason. The simple fact that the voice acting is getting way better in Wuthering Waves compared to what it used to be. And after Wuthering Waves, I have to say FGO. I feel like I'm missing... Oh, wait. Duh, I'm missing the best one. Oh, spoiler. No, I can't. I gotta be honest. FGO does have a better voice cast. Do we count the fact Genshin is currently being heavily affected by the strike?
Not really.
No, because that'll be fixed.
That's only for the... I was gonna say, that's only for the English side, isn't it?
Now, yeah. For voice acting, unfortunately, I have to put FGO and Honkai Impact 3rd last, because they don't have an actual English dub.
Yeah.
Granted, even if FGO did have an English dub, I wouldn't use it, because I hear almost everything else Fate-related in Japanese.
Yeah, there's really no reason to. Also, do you really want to hear someone say that Altria person?
Shut up!
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember.
Honkai Star Rail best, because kuru kuru. Legit. Whenever I use Herda, I always change it to Japanese just so I can hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Fandom community. Oh boy. I'm honestly gonna say FGO because they've never really had an issue. Wuthering Waves, even though I have heard they are a little picky against Hoyoverse, but I'm gonna be real, Hoyoverse community kind of deserves it.
Oh yeah. Have you seen what they've been doing?
I have not.
Was it good?
Actually,
again,
I'm not. Do I want to put ZZZ above Wuthering? Because from what I've seen, for the most part, ZZZ is a very cool, degenerate fandom.
Yes, it is.
Genshin fandom is bad. Oh, spoiler! That's getting last place without question.
Well, yeah. Again. For some reason, Genshin fans think so highly of themselves, and they think they're the best game. When honest to God, their game is just mediocre at like worse.
Honkai Star Rail has a little bit of that infectiousness that.
But that's mostly because of Genshin people coming over.
Yeah, actually, wait. What am I doing? Honestly, Honkai Impact 3rd fans are pretty chill. The only times I hear they have issues is when you try to ship them with with someone that's not gay. But I'm gonna be real, as someone that's played Honkai Impact 3rd, most of those girls are gay.
Have you seen the Captain Verse?
Captain Verse is an exception. It is an exception.
I was going to say,
that is the only time you'll see Kiana not gay.
Even though Kiana quite literally is the symbol for gay.
Yeah, she pretty much is.
Yeah.
And I love her for it.
We love our tuna.
Yeah, we love our gay tuna.
I was gonna say, do you want me to explain the tuna joke, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure, why not?
Okay. So Kiana's name, I believe in Thai, actually closely resembles the same word as tuna, and the community just decided to just associate the two with it.
I actually did not know that. I'm gonna be real. I just learned something new. I thought it had something to do with the fact that she really likes fish or something, but I just learned something new today.
Originated in China as a meme based on her name because the way it sounded in Chinese resembled a word for a sort of fish. English-speaking fans took this as a kind of inaccurate translation to tuna and just stuck with it.
That's actually really funny.
Mm,
Yeah. It's specifically the Chinese. I thought it was Thai, but yeah, it was the Chinese
Okay,
side.
so fandom. Actually, you know what? I am gonna put ZZZ after Honkai Impact Third because
Oh, okay. Here's
fandom's
some more
pretty
info-
chill because it's
Yeah,
full
okay,
of degenerates and they make really good fan service
Yeah.
mods. I've seen a lot of mods for ZZZ.
Jane. For Jane and the others, yeah. Okay, so Don, I also have some new information here.
What's that?
Was it tuna translates from salty fish because the fish they drew in Chinese a person who is lazy who is lazy or doesn't do much of their homework has been called you have been a salty fish all day in Chinese. So that's the other reason why they also call her a
Yeah,
tuna
that actually
website.
makes more sense because Honkai Impact Third started in China.
Yeah.
Honkai
Anyways.
Star Rail, I will put after Wuthering Waves because let's be real,
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail did get a little bit of infection from Genshin, and Genshin and
Genshin.
Danganronpa just has the worst fandom I've ever seen.
God, you should see how fucking talk. You should see how bad it is now.
Music, okay, this is gonna be a hard one.
That's debatable.
I
FGO.
might put F.
I'm kind of tempted to argue.
It's
for
either
Honkai Impact or Genshin.
Honkai Impact Third has some amazing tracks, but not all of them are absolute bangers. That's the thing.
I would also make an argument for Star Rail.
We made the choice, go fight against your fate. Well, yeah, but you also gotta remember, Zhongli's Rock Dragon boss. That boss theme is amazing. And Inazuma's music is also pretty good.
I do not remember the theme for Ajdaha.
Look it up right now. It's damn
It's really
good.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Apparently, and yes, I use Reddit. Apparently on r/Honka on r/Honkai Impact Third, whenever there's a Kiana post, you usually always see this in the comments. It's in collab text.
Okay, let me look at it real quick.
You always 90% of the time see this.
Okay, let me see. Okay, not that one. Okay, that.
You 90% of the time see that. A lot of people are asking why is Kiana referred to as a tuna, and then 90% of the people just post that.
It is really hard for me to pick between Honkai Star Rail and Genshin because they both have fantastic soundtracks.
Yeah. The issue is, well, I was gonna say the issue is the question is which one edges out a bit better.
Honkai Star Rail's lyrical tracks really hit hard. Like they really hit hard.
If that's the because if that's the case, you can put Star Rail above Genshin. Yeah.
But the thing is, the counter to that, Genshin easily has better battle themes.
Oh, definitely.
Like Penacony's music is good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not quite as memorable as some of the battle themes we hear out in the overworld.
I'm gonna say this right now. Whenever I think of Genshin Impact, I always think of the desert fight theme.
The desert fight, Sumeru music.
The Sumeru Desert's battle theme. I just always have it in my head for some reason. Like it's just that good. It's just like
Okay. There's also Natlon's music. Has been so good. And I remember on the 5.0 debut, the song they did with all those people in the room, I'm like, oh, I actually feel this. So I will say, I do think Honkai Star Rail has the potential to be better. But
speaking of
Genshin has an advantage in that it's been out longer. Honkai Star Rail will probably have much better lyrical songs. It has better lyrical songs, but overall, soundtrack-wise, I have to give it to Genshin.
Rise up into my world.
Although, with that said, and I just argued that, but thinking about it, I think Honkai Impact Third has a better soundtrack than Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah.
Because I know Lane is going to say Blair's White Knight. I'm sorry, I'm too busy thinking of Cyber Angel, Bronya's theme. Kiana versus May's theme, which makes me depressed.
I was going to say
Moon Halo, Kiana's theme for her character development. And all hail our Void Queen, Siren.
But just put the impact above the impact.
Yeah. Damn it, I can't argue that.
Just put the impact above the impact already, Don.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Okay,
we gotta put Honkai Star Rail here. And then I'm gonna put Wuthering Waves, but I'm gonna say this. Wuthering Waves soundtrack has been getting progressively better and better and better. To the point, I think it could actually overtake some of these. I think it could overtake Star Rail, except for its lyrical songs.
Yeah.
Wuthering Waves soundtrack has been getting pretty good. Zenless, Zenless and Wuthering Waves came out near the same time.
Fucking me.
Now here's the thing. The best track from Zenless Zone Zero isn't even in game. It's Bernice's song.
Yeah. Are a little fun. I'm not in combat yet.
Otherwise known as woo.
Are a little.
3, 2,
okay.
1, fire! Now, if we were to count like trailer songs, then I would give Zenless over. Then I would give it over Wuthering, but we're not. We're counting in game. Story. That's a rough one.
That's a rough.
That's a rough one for FGO or Honkai Impact Third.
You want to flip a coin for it?
Actually, no. Now that I think about it, we have the 5 singularities leading up to when the game story actually got good.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause until... what was it called?
Camelot?
Yeah, Camelot. Until Camelot, the story was just okay. Now, in fairness, Honkai Impact Third was kind of the same until Chapter 5, which is when everything got good.
Yeah.
But also, FGO doesn't have some main stories that made me want to tear my hair out, like... Actually, no, Honkai Impact Third had the Moon arc, which just made me beg for it being over. Yeah, FGO had, what was it? Yeah, Agartha. Thank you, Agartha. It had Agartha, so...
Agartha's painful.
Yeah, Agartha was so bad.
It was painfully bad.
You know what? I also have to give it for its event stories as well. They're easily superior to Honkai Impact Thirds.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some events in Honkai Impact Third where it's really good. Oh yeah, Oceanus. But I mentioned the 5 singularities. So, Honkai Impact Third... let's see. After that... I want to... No, Honkai Star Rail, I want to say, edges out the story. Just because Genshin, until recently, felt like the main story had a lot of bloat at times. You just experienced that with the prison arc in Fontaine. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. I can understand ZZZ being last because it's being really slow about... Yeah, it's still building up. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's still like we got some good plot points recently, but that's about it.
Well,
Like
I'm trying to think because we had Mondstadt and would you say Mondstadt and Liyue have been better stories than what we've seen for Zenless so far?
That is debatable. That is debatable. I do like the setup of Mondstadt. I don't really have much else to say. Liyue was not bad of a story. Of course, I felt like it could have been a lot better.
Actually, no. Because thinking about it, I don't remember Genshin making me emotional until, like, really later in the game. Zenless has made me emotional a number of times.
I was going to say until Sumeru.
Also, it's funnier. It has that.
Yeah.
So, I think...
Oh, did I just kill them? I killed them all in one game.
I gotta give Genshin Impact because its story got a lot better. Inazuma was the first time I was emotional. And it wasn't for that one character that died that we only knew for like 30 minutes. That Inazuma writing there was pretty bad.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. After part 1 of Inazuma, it slowly deteriorated in quality.
Here's the thing.
Slowly.
I think ZZZ overall has a more interesting story with what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it's not as grand as they're doing with Wuthering Waves. And Wuthering Waves characters, to me, are more interesting than ZZZ's.
Oh, definitely.
World design. Okay, how does that categorize?
But I would say it involves like world building. It involves what is the world like? What's it called? If the world is actually expanded or not? You know.
Then I would have to give it to Honkai Impact 3rd first, because gosh darn, they have mangas for that shit. Well, so does Genshin. Now that I think about it.
But who reads the Genshin manga?
A few people do. I will say this, while I don't really care as much for the world building, actually...
Where are you? God damn it! Why are you all the way over there?
Nah, I'm more interested in Star Rail's universe than I am Genshin's world.
I mean, it is a sequel to Impact, so...
Yeah, it's something to it. I mean, ZZZ world building and character building outside the games is great. Fair enough. World design... I think...
Genshin is...
If you ask me to explain how FGO works with a number of things, I can't. Have I seen Lighter's music video? No.
You need to see that right now.
I will do that later, because this is going to be uploaded as a video.
You will do that right after this.
Yeah, after this I'll do that. Fate Grand Order, I think its world design, especially with especially with the events, I think is pretty damn creative. So I think Genshin has very big world building. The problem is they don't explain it in a way that I want to understand most of the time. Now, here's the thing. Wuthering Waves just came out, and it's still building its world. But I do find it more interesting than Zenless Zone Zero. Character design. Honkai Impact 3rd.
Honkai Impact 3rd.
It has Mobius. It has Elysia. It has the trio. Now it's a hard one between Genshin and Honkai Star Rail.
I'm gonna be honest. I would give it to Genshin, mostly because of the Nalan characters. But then again, that's just what I think.
They're both good. They're both great. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the designs of ZZZ characters as well, but unfortunately with ZZZ, it hasn't had enough time to strut all of its characters yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing is we also only. Oh, there's the chest. We also barely know about some of the other factions that we're gonna meet. Like I'm surprised they're doing a VTuber like faction.
We know there's a Kiana face in the game, though, from one of the
we know
trailers. And you can bet I will be rolling for that character.
Yeah.
Now, Chinyi, here's the thing, Lane. I like Chinyi's design. I like it. It's her personality that I love. This is character design, not personality.
Yeah. I mean, character design can also include personality.
I think it just includes characters at that point.
No, I know. I'm
Anyway,
still saying.
I think...
I want to say FGO next, because FGO does have some good characters.
Yeah, it really does.
Ultimately, the choice is yours, though.
Hey, you know what? FGO fully supports fan service for lollies, so it gets the edge.
All right.
And also, there's summer variants. We don't have that in any of the others. Well, actually, no.
Yeah.
Honkai Impact 3rd does give summer variants.
I was gonna say, is it more of summer skin though?
FGO is a mixed bag of character designs with a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least it's not like Monster Girl Quest where one artist just makes you go, ugh.
I hate you for that, but then again, I agree with you.
I think for character design,
I want to give it to Genshin next.
I want to give it to Genshin as well. Because I think there's been a number of characters in Genshin that has had me go, I want them more than what I've said for Star Rail.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Star Rail here. And then it's ZZZ versus Wuthering Waves.
ZZ. No, actually, I'll give it to Wuthering Waves.
I might give it to ZZZ, honestly.
Have you seen the latest character for WoW?
Camellia or 2.0?
Camellia, I think was her name.
No, don't get me wrong. I love
the one that stalks you.
Yeah. I love her character.
You like her design.
Character design, pretty good. But I will give it... Well, actually, no. Both Wuthering Waves and ZZZ appeals to lollies as well.
Yeah.
How
much higher do you want me to... Oh.
I think ZZZ edges out Wuthering Waves a bit. But I do think Wuthering Waves will overtake ZZZ in the future. Event gameplay. Okay.
You know what's going in the bottom.
Yeah, that one's...
That one's going to be for last.
You want to know the funny thing? FGO's event gameplay is mainly the same thing every time. But I'm still having more fun with that than the experiences I've had in ZZZ. That should tell you something.
Rhythm games! Don't you love rhythm games, Don?
I will say...
Don't you love them?
Wuthering Waves has a pretty high track record for fun events. I'm going to be real with you. Mm-hmm. And their events only seem to be getting better and better.
Don, help me. I'm at 99% in an area of Mondstadt, and I don't know where the chest is.
Honkai Impact 3rd. I want to give it that just because it's more unique. Like, for Pete's sake, we can go to a 2D side-scroller and then a Bejeweled clone.
Yeah.
I hated Bejeweled, and I hated the farming simulator, but
hey,
it gets points for uniqueness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least they're unique, Don.
Honkai Star Rail, I think I've had more fun with the events. Genshin, some events just have me just be like, why do I have to do this?
Sword offense!
FGO's events are basically the same thing over and over again, but it's still better than ZZZ, which bores me to tears.
I mean, Don, would you rather...
At least FGO, I can put on Angry Video Game Nerd in the background. ZZZ, I actually have to be paying attention to the boring stuff that's not just pure combat.
But Don, don't you love rhythm games instead of the same repetitive?
Actually, no. Actually, I did actually like the rhythm games for ZZZ. Funny enough.
Oh. No, you weren't supposed to agree with me. You're supposed to argue with me for content.
Yeah, ZZZ is last, and Honkai Star Rail, the last event, was pretty lackluster despite the premise. Nah, the
What was
thing is,
What was the last of episode?
Honkai Star Rail, I have a lot more overall fun than I do the majority of Genshin's events. Especially Honkai Star Rail's combat events. Those are actually fun. Whenever Genshin tries to do a combat event that's not just pure skill, it's always the same thing again and again and again. Genshin's combat event is, do enough for this, super buff or such. It doesn't involve any real strategy.
Yeah, it pretty much is just throwing your characters at a brick wall until the brick wall falls.
Yeah, pretty much. With Honkai Star Rail, they give you super buffs that let you play in a way you can't normally in normal gameplay, and it's a lot more fun for that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did not think to. It actually pairs characters together really well that you would never think to pair.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, like you wouldn't think two DPSs would be good for one another, but have you seen how Jingliu and Blade work together? Like that's an interesting like composition there.
I'm gonna be real. I feel like exploration gameplay should not be here because
because that's just gonna be Genshin.
No.
Honestly.
Wuthering Waves is better.
Well, duh, but I'm just saying it's basically
Genshin is only going to be considered better because we keep getting characters where their quality of life is tied behind if you pulled them in the gacha.
I mean, have you seen what Shaska's able to do? She's just better Wander.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
But
Moika gets a motorcycle to ride for a bit. Wuthering Waves, you just have to beat a boss, and then you unlock that as an ability.
Mm-hmm.
Exploration gameplay, honestly, gonna give it to Wuthering Waves because you don't run out of stamina when you're running. And also, the newest character that released, Shorekeeper, she turns into a butterfly form and can go over water, land, and fall off a mountain without taking fall damage. Mualani, if you jump up from a high thing on her surfboard and then land on the water, you die!
You die in the funniest way possible.
Yes, and it's so stupid.
It's like fall damage in FF14 when you fall in the water anyway.
I will say, I think that the exploration puzzles are better in Genshin, slightly. But Wuthering Waves just has the far better mobility. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to Honkai Impact 3rd because there actually is a little bit of exploring you do from time to time later in the story.
Same with I was gonna say same with Zenless, but then I'm like, you know what? Zenless is not.
Honkai Star Rail has bigger areas to explore than Zenless.
No, I know.
Exploration gameplay, the closest thing we have to exploration gameplay in FGO is the tournament.
It's different backgrounds.
Yeah, different backgrounds. Combat gameplay, okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a spicy one.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Don. Which background do you like more? Background 4543 or background 4544?
Now come on, Josh. Be fair. It's not 4093. It's 325.
I agree with you, but what do you think about the underappreciated 2000? Huh? Didn't you like that scene?
Okay, combat gameplay.
What was it again?
I'm gonna be. This is hard. You would think I would choose Honkai Impact 3rd, but Wuthering Waves and Zenless is pretty damn good.
The hard part's choosing which one to put first.
I want to say.
I'm doing that to Nahida.
The thing. It's hard because Wuthering Waves. I think the combat feels.
It feels sluggish at first.
Once you fully build your team, it feels really good.
Oh, it flows really
Yeah.
well from what I've seen.
From what little I've seen on a surface level, it seems like basically upgraded Genshin almost.
The thing is, Wuthering Waves, if you go against a boss solo and you're able to pull off those counters.
Oh, the counters are satisfying.
Yeah, the counters feel amazing when you get them. That is one thing Wuthering has over Zenless. When you master the combat for Wuthering Waves, you feel amazing. And also the fact it really serves no purpose, but you can do some DMC level shit with swapping
that's
characters
all that
mid-attack
is,
animations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack canceling is one of my favorite mechanics in any.
Yeah.
any
so-
sort of game.
Insert
think-
the music for Devil Trigger here.
Yeah, I think that Wuthering Waves has the better combat. Zenless Zone Zero is very close. Very, very close. After that, Honkai Impact third. And this may sound crazy, but
Then
I
Honkai Star
actually
Rail.
like Honkai Star Rail's combat more. Because it
yes, I
actually
agree.
makes me pay attention and not
Mhm.
just brute force everything.
Yes.
For the most part. Unless I'm using my Akron team. In which case everything just dies regardless.
Or Firefly.
Yeah, the most important part is team building in Star Rail.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Again, it's also the fact that... Look, I'm sorry, the dodge mechanic for Genshin just sucks.
You have to be frame perfect.
Not just brute force, looks at FGO. Okay, in fairness, you're supposed to do that.
Pretty much.
Except for, actually, no.
I mean,
No,
certain
Lane.
challenge quests.
That does not work. That does not work for challenge quests and story bosses. FGO is actually, outside of events, it's actually probably the hardest.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't even use a full team build like you want. Like, you're forced to have, like, certain characters in your team.
Yeah, you're not able to double cast story.
Yeah, you're not
everything.
able to double cast story or double vitch everything in certain story boss fights.
Yeah.
So,
So it is interesting with its team building.
yeah.
Well, it's got the other the other compliment I have for FGO is the challenge quests actually make you use servants that you never think you would be using.
The problem is that's like maybe 10 to 15% of the gameplay. The other 85% is grinding.
Farming.
So,
Don't you love plowing the fields, Don?
So I will say Genshin has better combat than FGO. But is that a thing for the battle system or just the challenge events? What do you mean?
I would say probably more the stop swirling.
Now
mate.
the battle system, funny enough,
The
in
battle-
order for the battle
the battle-
system to be interesting, they actually have to limit you quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now, overall ranking. I would say Honkai Impact 3rd is my favorite. Followed by... Honestly, I'm tempted to put Wuthering Waves before Star Rail. Because their quality of life with Wuthering Waves has been astounding. Like, this game just progressively gets better and better. And not to mention, I'm only a Battle Pass and $5 monthly player for Wuthering Waves. And yet, I've been able to get almost all of the limited 5 stars, and 3 of them, I have their weapon.
Hi, Dad.
And not to mention, Genshin Star Rail You have to farm like crazy to get the stats you want. Wuthering Waves, it's so much easier. Because you are given an extreme abundance of things.
Also, Don, thank you for reminding me that I need to spend another 1,000 days trying to get one piece for my Kokomi. Thank you for reminding me.
Well, technically, you could just use your that thing that lets you guarantee a substat or main stat you want.
Oh, you mean the thing that takes 30 days for me to get another one? Yeah, I'll probably do that.
I have like 7 of them.
Don, I just came back to the game, and by the way,
you said, Josh, you cut yourself off there, and it just says you it just sounded like you said, Dawn, I just came, and then you talked, and I'm just like,
shut up.
Dawn gets effing lucky in relic artifact grinding compared to us plebeians who have to constantly grind. Hey, I have to constantly grind too. I just get a little luckier.
No, you don't have to grind.
Your luck makes you grind less. That's what we're jealous of. I mean, seriously, I'm still stuck with like not even a 4-piece set.
I mean, I can't deny that
without a good foot piece.
With my Sparkle and Acheron being as busted as they are. Not only does my Acheron have incredibly high stats, but she's speed-tuned for Sparkle to go right before she does. Even though both of them technically say they have the same speed. Acheron is just like 0.2 faster or something. I got really lucky there. So yeah, Wuthering Waves, I do think actually has the potential to overtake Honkai Impact 3rd. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
Overall ranking, Honkai Star Rail would come after that. I want to put Fate Grand Order just because its stories are so damn good. And also, it doesn't have events that make me want to Hakai myself because I can just plow through them to get to the good story. Zenless, I want to say, other than its events, is a better experience. Also, for the fact that Zenless barely takes me any time to do my dailies and such.
But the weeklies, I was going to say, remember, the weeklies did just get changed.
They did, but
it's not that bad, but like, I still kind of prefer the other weeklies, where you just have to take 2 pictures of a cat and you'll be done.
Again, I will say, overall ranking Honkai Impact 3rd because its story is just that good, but Wuthering Waves has the best quality of life, and I do think as an overall game, Wuthering Waves is the best of them. As an overall game. Genshin Impact, I think I would have to put last. Just because... Honestly, this is kind of an unfair thing, but when it comes to Genshin Impact right now, I have nothing to farm for.
You have nothing to do in the game.
I mean, there's exploration, obviously, but once you're all done with that, it's just like, what do I do now?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Genshin is the game that once you run out of stuff to do, and you have to do... You know what? Here's the easiest way to put it. Genshin story, great. The exploration is great, but once you're all done with that...
There's nothing to do, pretty much.
Yeah, there's nothing to do, and the fact that it has gotten better at this, but you do have to spend the longest amount of time getting your dailies done. Because at worst, you do 4 relic domains, and then you condense some resin. Also, I hate the fact that they require that you need those stupid butterflies or whatever in order to make condensed resin? Why can't we just make condensed resin as a whole?
Because Don, the Genshin needs to make everything have a 5-step process.
Again, Genshin has gotten better. I will say, though, Genshin could overtake ZZZ if ZZZ doesn't start having some interesting damn events.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real. ZZZ, for me, it's given me the most negative feeling when it comes to what I have to do for gacha currency.
Yeah.
I can't really think. Is there a single event I really, really liked in ZZZ?
Not that I can think of.
I think I liked the combat events, and that was it.
Well, yeah, because of the comp. God damn it, Nahida, you didn't need to blow up.
Also, until I got my Bernice team, I absolutely hated Hollow Zero.
Oh, definitely. Where's the chest?
But yeah, Genshin, I do think is the worst out of the gacha games I've played overall. The thing is,
Well, I've killed Nahida by
what
accident.
would I do in order to make the daily farm for your Primo Gems less tedious? Because you've got to do something to earn them. Again, ZZZ has that advantage in the fact that you really just check up on a few people and then you're done.
Very much.
And even then, you don't have to check up on people. You can just use your resin. Well, not resin, your AP.
It doesn't matter what you call it. It's still going to be resin anyway.
Yeah. How would Genshin overtake ZZZ for me, though? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, because Genshin, I don't have that much to farm for right now.
But don't you want to do 2.4 quintillion damage, Dawn, instead of 2.4?
What are you talking about? My father can already do an absurd amount of damage, even without a team.
No, I know that's the joke. God damn it! I blew myself up. The joke is that you're farming for literally no reason.
I mean, to be fair, that mainly comes down to me not rolling for like every character that comes out, and only rolling for my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Although in this case, it's gonna pay off because I'm gonna need that for trying to get Moika her weapon. If I'm technically unlucky, Father's weapon, if she's on the same banner, and then seat not. Lolly.
Okay, so I was gonna say, can I talk?
We can't talk leaks. We can't talk leaks.
Oh, it wasn't this little crevice. God damn it. Okay then. But I did post something in the chat, so you do want to check it out.
Yeah. Things that ZZZ can do better. Have events that I actually give a shit about, besides just pure combat.
But don't you like doing the arcade events? Where you have to play other games. Where you have to play other games that's not sinless.
They're okay. Every arcade event, I'm just like, this is okay, I guess. I'd rather do that than some of the other events, granted, I've done in CCC. Like, when I started the newest main event for this patch, I'm just like, oh no. I'm not gonna like this.
I'm gonna be honest, Don. The quote unquote events right now for Lighter and for what's her name? God, I forgot her name already. They feel like just extended trials.
Fate Grand Order. What can it do to be a better game? The only thing I can think.
Lower the rates.
Yeah, make the rates better. Lower the pity amount.
Yeah, lower the pity amount, make it a lot better. Add certain characters that have not had a rerun for a while.
They
to the
actually
permanent pool.
are doing that, but they do take a while to do it.
Who was added to the permanent pool then?
No, I thought you were talking about the welfare servants.
No. I meant characters from like I don't like I understand. Look, this is gonna be a very bad example. I don't know why Merlin's not a permanent servant now.
No. Merlin is considered the Grand Caster, so... And he is one of the best supports in the game, so... I guess he has been power crept a bit, but still, he's a fantastic servant, so... He deserves his limited status. He was the servant you summoned for the part 1 finale. Okay, he deserves that. It deserves it more than Klee being a limited 5-star. Why is she still a limited 5-star?
I hate Merlin. I hate Merlin with my life. Remember that.
I was like, do you want me to tell you the story of why I hate Merlin so much?
Why do you hate him?
He just decides to keep being a little fucking asshole during my GSSRs.
Hey, you know what? I feel that because the recent GSSR. What did you actually get?
Okusai NP2.
Fuck you. I got NP2 Scotty.
I have what you have.
NP2 Scotty.
No, Don, I would rather have that copy of Scotty over the Hokusai I got.
Do you even have Scotty?
No. I only have.
Yeah, that's the problem. You would welcome a Scotty. You would not welcome a second Scotty.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I want the copy that you used.
Yeah, give me your Hokusai. I'll trade you.
I would love to trade.
I would love to do that.
Okay, I was gonna say this is a stupid mechanic, but wouldn't trading servants honestly not be bad? Not be bad of a mechanic?
I would love for that to happen, but the problem is if they did that, it would kill the reason for people to wail. So they'd never do it.
I was gonna say that's the...
Not to mention, when you think about it, that is kind of fucked up from the point of Chaldea.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like imagine you get summoned by your master, and then you're traded away. How much would that destroy, like, your own self-confidence?
I mean...
So from a story perspective, I understand why trading isn't a thing, but damn, I would love if it was.
I mean, would you rather have 5 Scotties, or would you rather have...
Actually, no. You know what? While we're here discussing things FGO could do better, do what Honkai Impact 3rd does, where you can build up pieces for older characters and eventually get them yourself. Vagrant Order does not have any of that.
You want to know something, Don, actually? Okay. If they ever add universal servant coins, why don't they make it so that if you have a certain amount of universal coins, you convert them into a certain servant's coin, and then once you get a certain amount for depending on the servant, like 5-star. Limited 5 stars, you need like 3,000 or something. You are able to get the servant like that.
I wish they did that. Honestly, I wish Honkai Impact 3rd, the way they handle older characters, the fact that you can get Hersher of Thunder May in the shop by just eventually playing enough of the game for long enough.
I was gonna say, remember you get a free Senti, and you're getting a free Elysia soon.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Honkai Impact 3rd will actually give you free characters from time to time.
I will say this, Honkai Impact 3rd is very generous. Like, very, very generous.
The one thing it has against it, though, and this is kind of a trade-off, you want peak performance for your character, you normally, either in Honkai Star Rail or, mainly Honkai Star Rail, you either need, like, their light cone or constellations. And then you need to grind like crazy for their relics.
Yes. Oh, God.
Honkai Impact 3rd does not have that relic problem. However, In order to have their
That's
best
much
shit,
worse.
you need to roll on the gacha with your gacha currency and hope you get their weapon and stigmata.
Yeah, and then you gotta hope that Sigmata, has some good substat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
and then if it-
no. The substat thing barely matters. Unless you're doing, like, the highest ranking stuff against other people, that barely matters.
What am I at? 85%.
Honkai Star Rail already has been kind with the free ratio and the upcoming free 5-star selector ticket, and it's only been a year and a half old. Well, still, Honkai Impact 3's way more generous.
Yeah.
Way more generous.
I guess that is a question to ask. Don, do you think for this Legend, right, we'll be getting a free 5-star character?
I hope so. I'm not holding my breath. I doubt they will do it.
My controller just died. No, okay, I thought it died.
But yeah, that's where my overall rankings for a tier list for this goes. Honkai Impact 3rd, then Wuthering Waves, though I will say Wuthering Waves has the potential to become number 1. Then Honkai Star Rail. Fate Grand Order, because its characters and story is just that damn good. Even though the gameplay, other than bosses and challenge quests, is extremely repetitive. ZZZ probably would have been higher if it didn't have events that put me to sleep. Or weren't tedious. And then Genshin, while it has improved a number of things, the events are just alright. Honestly, thinking about it, I honestly may put the event gameplay for Genshin, for FGO over Genshin, because a majority of the time for Genshin's events, it's just there. The only time I can think of, like, event gameplay I, like, really, really liked. Actually, yeah, the last time I really remember having fun with event gameplay was honestly one of the first events where you remember this, Lane. You had to search for specific meteor droppings around Mondstadt.
I remember
that was fun because it encouraged you to explore.
I didn't like it though because it used resin.
That part of it sucked, but the part where you're actually finding stuff was actually pretty fun.
Oh, definitely.
The problem is with Genshin's events is they're mostly harmless, but they don't really engage you that much.
Yeah.
And also the way they do musical events with the controller makes me want to bite my head off.
I mean, I was saying, isn't that with any game though?
No. Honkai Star Rail recently did some musical events, and while that's inoffensive as well, at least it actually works. And even, Honkai Impact 3rd had musical events I've done. And it's done in a way where it works perfectly fine with controller.
Meow, meow, meow.
Honestly, Wuthering Waves, in terms of its events, only had a few where I'm like, I don't want to do this. But then they release an update to that event in the next patch, and it's way better than before, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually having fun with this.
Is it up there?
Not to mention, Genshin Impact's, those events where you're just running around and such, hitting these things that make you jump high.
Yeah.
Wuthering Waves does that, and it's better for it.
What was I gonna say? I was saying, you mean the quote unquote party events?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you play with like 40 other people.
Also,
like,
the multiplayer events were fun, especially early on when glitches were prevalent. Never forget our goddess Chi-Chi. Do I have a recording of that somewhere or a screenshot?
Okay, the only thing I remember is that we had the Lolly Squad, but that was about it.
Okay, I think it might be buried in my clips somewhere.
Okay, what was the glitch? I don't remember.
The glitch was that a light was shining on Chi-Chi permanently.
Oh.
Or they would be glowing. It was something like that. But yeah, that's my overall ratings. Voice acting, Honkai Star Rail, then Genshin, then ZZZ, then Wuthering Waves, though I will say Wuthering Waves can overtake ZZZ. Wuthering Waves is only as low as it is because its early voice acting was pretty damn bad.
No, I missed the chest. God damn it.
FGO does not have an English dub, so that puts it down. But
then again,
the Japanese voice acting is very, very good.
I was gonna say, but then again, do you want to hear someone say Altria in the dub?
No.
So what? So yeah, just
But
leave it how it is.
Gilgamesh's voice actor in the dub is pretty damn good.
Well, yeah.
It was a beam of light from the event minigame coming from a meteor near the shore. Went to the top of Mondstadt Church and the light followed me. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Was it Lane or was no? I was gonna say, was it Lane or was it me that had the thing?
Fandom / community. FGO easily has the best community because they don't actually start any shit.
Yeah. Instead, we do it for the porn.
Honkai Impact Third, the only time I've heard they've had any bad community is when
Also, the CN side.
is when the lesbian shippers get a little too annoying.
Yeah. Usually they're very tame, but you know.
ZZZ community, very chill, although I have heard them start to do some shit. Wuthering Waves, the only problem I hear with Wuthering Waves is the fact that they keep poking at Hoyoverse communities.
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail, again, got a little bit of infection from the Genshin Impact fandom, and the Genshin Impact fandom is just the worst.
Yeah.
There's so many stories about so many crazy things.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't help. What's it called?
Although I will give an dishonorable mention. Honkai Impact Third's Chinese community is scary. Like, I remember when Honkai Impact Third got a fan service event here in NA.
And they got very mad at it.
Very mad, threatening the CEO and such. ZZZ thankfully gets gatekept from the idiots due to having both lollies and furries. And fan service. Don't forget fan service.
And a lot of fan service, yeah.
Yeah, like, Tsukishiro was her name, right? Tsukishiro? Or Yanagi. Yanagi Tsukishiro?
Yanagi's the new one,
yeah. Her poses, Hoyoverse knew what they were doing.
Physics.
Music, FGO, so damn good. Genshin, also damn good. Honkai Impact Third, overall music, really good. Their lyrical songs hit hard. Honkai Star Rail, their overall soundtrack, pretty good. The lyrical songs, really damn good. Wuthering Waves, its soundtrack just seems to be getting better and better, to the point that if they start including English lyrical songs, it might overtake Honkai Star Rail one day. Zenless Zone Zero, honestly, their best songs are actually in the trailers and such. Story, FGO's story, even counting ZZZ S rank song. What are you talking about, Lane?
X rank has a song.
Yeah, what are you talking about? S rank has a song?
For the gotcha pulls in ZZ.
Where PGR at? I have not played PGR, so
I was gonna say what is PGR?
What's PGR stand for again?
I don't remember.
Good question.
Punishing Grey Raven. Okay. Isn't that the one they made before Wuthering Waves, I think?
I don't know.
Yeah, Punishing Grey Raven. Wait, you can't be serious. About what? I have not played Punishing Gray Raven. I probably won't. I'm willing to admit it might be a better game than Wuthering Waves, but I'm already playing enough gacha, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen the combat for Punishing Gray Raven, though, and it looks pretty good.
Mm.
Alright, what song is this,
Yeah.
Lane?
All right then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's not
good.
bad.
Yeah.
It's good, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yeah. Apologies to all.
Lane,
fans
I feel
of
like you're the
AFK
one
Journey.
that loves that song the most out of us. Like, when I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. Lane just loves it.
Lane loves a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, Lane, when you were saying the S rank song, I'm like, S ranking a mission?
Because I don't remember there being a song for S ranking.
I love a lot of CZZ compared to you guys. Fair enough, it's a lot more chill. Again, the most fun I usually have with ZZZ is with the combat and story.
I honestly prefer the combat. I honestly prefer the combat and the story.
World design / world building, I do think Honkai Impact 3rd has it the best because it's very interesting, and if you want to dive even deeper into the characters, there's like 18 different mangas.
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail has me constantly wanting to learn more about the world. Honkai Impact 3rd would have that same curiosity, but they've had years of build-up.
Oh yeah.
FGO...
They've had rewrites as well.
Yeah, FGO's world design is really creative. Genshin's world design, really good. Problem is, they don't explain it in a way that I really like.
Again, how Genshin explains it, they love to scatter books. They love to scatter it in weapon descriptions. They put it in character bios as well. Like,
So it's basically like a FromSoft game.
Yeah.
pretty much. But what to uncover the entire story, you basically need to either look it up, or you need to have every single limited weapon, every single permanent weapon, every single character, and every single book.
And then world design for Wuthering Waves.
That
It
looks
could be done a little better, but they're getting better at it. That's a number of things I will say about Wuthering Waves, is they keep getting progressively better. That's the difference between Wuthering Waves and a lot of these gachas, is occasionally we will get quality of life updates and such, and we'll see the game get progressively better, like every 3 to 4 months or every 2 patches with like Honkai Star Rail. But every patch with Wuthering Waves, they try to keep making it better and better and better. World design, ZZZ, it goes below Wuthering Waves because I'm not as invested in the world. I'm just not, but again, to be fair, the game just started. So there is that. Character design, Honkai Impact 3rd just has amazing designs all around. FGO has a lot more designs, granted. But you know, FGO doesn't have Mobius.
Like,
Forever simping for Mobius's character design. FGO, no, not FGO. Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, their character design is so similar. ZZZ hasn't had enough time to make interesting characters. Well, compared to the others. I mean, it doesn't have as many characters I love in abundance to the others.
mm-hmm.
And Wuthering Waves character design, still very good. Still very good. We just haven't had that many characters released. But if Camellia is anything to go by, or if 2.0's drip marketing is anything to go by, it might overtake Zenless. I don't know, but it might. Event gameplay, events in Wuthering Waves just continue to get better and better. In fact, let me put a reason why Wuthering Waves is really good. So, the simulated universe equivalent in Wuthering Waves, originally you did a whole bunch of it just to get shop currency. That would include, like, coins, ascension materials, stuff like that. Do you know what they did, Josh? And imagine this happening when you clear a weekly boss or such in, like, Honkai Star Rail or such. Actually, no. Genshin's a better example. Imagine you clear Spiral Abyss, and this happens. You claim your rewards 12 times a week in Genshin. And they include ascension materials that you have to hunt for, to find.
That would be helpful. That would actually be very helpful.
Yes.
Mm.
It includes strict ascension materials as well as enemy drops you need in order to level up your character's traces. Imagine that in Genshin. That's an update they just added for the simulated universe equivalent in Wuthering Waves. It's absolutely amazing.
Look, I'm gonna say is I would rather do 1,000 rounds of simulated universe than to hunt the scarabs in fucking the desert.
Yeah. Now, granted, at least Genshin added a thing where it shows you a collection spot now. You no longer need another video to just find it anymore.
A video or an alternative source to find it.
Yep. Exploration gameplay, again. I think that... Wait, did I just skip over event gameplay? Yeah, I did. Honkai Impact 3 has the most variety when it comes to its events. You never know what you're gonna get, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail, its combat events, when they want to do something unique, really fun. And at the most, some of their events are just at times. FGO's events, they never really changed, to be honest, with rare exception.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say the only real unique mechanic I liked from Genshin was
there was Kama's Oku Tower where you could decide where you go. That was interesting.
I do like that. I also did like the summer event where it was like a tycoon aspect somewhat.
And
I also did like the Halloween event.
Yeah, and Genshin, its events are harmless, but they don't drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Zenless's events, please make better events.
Please make more interactive events.
Yeah, just make more fun events, because so far, ZZZ is the most boring when it comes to doing anything I need to do to get gacha currency.
Yeah.
Exploration gameplay, again, Wuthering Waves has easily the best mobility. Genshin has better puzzles and such, and a better world to explore, but it's not as mobile. And the others don't really have exploration.
Yeah.
Because, the exploration in Honkai Star Rail is turn here, turn there.
Pretty much.
ZZZ has even less of that. I mean, it's still nice to run around, and there's no exploration in FGO, so yeah. Combat, Wuthering, and ZZZ, so dang close to each other. I think ZZZ's main issue with world building, unlike lots of other gachas, we aren't given a new character learning with the protag. Bell and Wise don't need things explained to them often. No, I would not say that's the issue. It's just the fact that right now, in ZZZ, we only know what's happening in the city we're in relatively.
Yeah, we're all in.
We
In
don't
where
really
it-
know too much of what's going on in other areas.
Yeah.
Hell, we don't even know the name of other nations or such.
Yeah, of other locations.
Like, I think even Genshin mentioned, like, it didn't mention Natlan much, but it did mention Inazuma, it mentioned Sumeru, Fontaine a number of times, so it builded anticipation.
Built.
Yeah. Getting back to combat gameplay, Honkai Impact 3rd, as much as I love it, I will admit, it mainly comes down to abusing invincibility frames.
It really is just that, I'm gonna be honest.
Now, granted, I say that, and I got my ass royally beat by a new boss in one of the endgame modes where, with Bronya, who doesn't have invincibility frames, if I don't dodge a certain attack, I lose 10 seconds off the clock, and then there goes a third of my health. Honkai Star Rail, I think, keeps you more engaged than Genshin, because you have to pay attention more in not Genshin, in Honkai Star Rail, I find. If you're not power crushing through everything,
You have to
you're
actually
checking your stats,
tactically
making
think.
sure buffs are still active. You're seeing what buffs or debuffs are on your team, the enemy team. You're having to pay a lot more attention to stuff. Genshin, the amount of times I've just been like, oh, new mechanic, doesn't matter.
Just-
Bulldoze through it.
Just dodge forehead.
No, there's no dodge. It's Zhongli. It's like just Zhongli through it.
Block.
And then
block.
and then
The
for
opposite
those
of dodge.
and then for those who don't have Zhongli, it's just dodge forehead.
Yep.
Or just out heal it forehead. Like there's no real strategy if you just bulldoze through it.
FGO would have potentially gone even higher than Honkai Star Rail. The problem is 85% of the gameplay is just farming.
Literally.
Again, bosses and story bosses, challenge quests, those are fun. So yeah, my final overall ranking, Honkai Impact 3rd, followed by Wuthering Waves, but I will say Wuthering Waves has a very high chance of becoming my favorite. Honkai Star Rail, Fate Grand Order, because again, it's just carried that hard by its characters and story. ZZZ, I would say, is a little higher than Genshin. Although, if ZZZ doesn't get better events, it might become my least favorite gacha.
Which would be understandable.
And that's all I have to say. I think I gave my overall rankings for everything I played. I like how I called the other stuff here because I didn't know how to get rid of it out of my way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would like to make a disclaimer that we may apologize to any fans of AFK Journey, Cookie Run Kingdom, Reverse 1999, and Tower of Fantasy, but Don has no experience with most of these.
Yeah.
And
I've experienced AFK Journey when I had to do it
I
for a
said most.
sponsorship.
I said most.
Yeah, Cookie Run Kingdom I'm against just because Tectone kept shilling that game.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I played Cookie Run Kingdom once. And
I've
I'm
heard
like,
it's a
yeah,
good game, though. I've actually heard it's a good game. I don't know how a game called Cookie Run Kingdom actually becomes such a big game, but, props to the people that made the game.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna hop off because it's 11.
Yeah,
it's 11,
we've
I'm gonna
been streaming for about 3 hours, 40 minutes, and I'm going to have to upload this as a separate video because I know for sure people are not going to watch all the way through the Game Awards video.
I have 44.
Alright.
I have 44.
chat, any final comments you wish to make about this?
I have 52 rolls, and I'm on a 50.
Oh, I guess I may as well ask. Not only your final comments about this, but anyone got any good Thanksgiving plans they want to do?
Really. Not really, but I am gonna hop off because, good lord, I need to go to sleep.
No thoughts, only X-Men now, Toka said.
Yeah.
No plans, I'm free for anything this weekend. Lane, I plan to grab you so we can react to that one content creator that said, I got S ranks in all Sonic games.
And,
Yeah, I'm interested in that because I've done that for a number of Sonic games as well. Sonic Heroes, I have a lot to say. We do this Sonic Shadow takeover first, then that. Fair enough. Wait, how long does that take, Lane?
Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I'll see you guys later.
All right, thanks for joining me, Josh. Thanks for joining me,
No
Shard.
worries.
all right.
All right, everyone, thank you all so much for coming. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this via a YouTube video later. And I will actually be surprised if this gets a lot of views on YouTube because for once there's not going to be any music to this. Or who knows, maybe I'll upload it as is and maybe I'll upload it as a super edited version by Emmy. I doubt it, but yeah.
Who knows, right?
Yeah. This video so far is looking to be 1 hour 25 minutes or something close to that. Yeah, we just hit 1 hour 23 minutes. Thank you all so much for coming. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I realized I just repeated myself.
Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you all with the next live stream or video. Maybe check me out my next live stream. All right, everyone. Bye.